What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Another late night New York Giants draft talk. Is the background music too loud? I'm gonna put the background music a little lower than I usually do in my videos. But what's going on, everybody? Just want to come on here, as the draft is getting closer and closer. I figured that it's better to go live more often going into the day, going into draft day and stuff like that. So Jaden, crazy hashtags we're seeing here. We're gonna talk about a lot of that because there still is a lot of confusion about what the Giants are doing at the third spot. One would think, right? Most people would think that since the Giants signed Russell Wilson, they signed Jameis Winston, that we have a little bit of a better idea what they're going to do in the draft. And even me, I still have no freaking idea what they want to do in the draft. So this is going to be a topic of conversation for such a long time. I feel like at this time last year, Malik Neighbors was pretty much the guy that everybody knew the Giants were going to draft. It was just whether or not you agreed with that, right? Well, a lot of people were talking about Michael Penix and, going in and drafting him number 6. People wanted Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy. But I think for the majority of us, we all knew that it was probably going to be Malik Neighbors. Everybody else probably just didn't agree with it, what have you. So welcome in, everybody. We got about, how much people we got so far? Oh, we already have about 25 people across 2 platforms on YouTube and X. So welcome in, everybody. It's probably the most people I've had in the first 5 minutes in a while. So welcome in, everybody. Let me put my volume down on my phone, getting freaking notifications. But what's going on? Jaden in the building, Daniel Barry in the building, Lucas in the building said, let's go 27 squad, let's get it. The 27 squad is gonna be back in action tomorrow. Actually, I got a new flag football season tomorrow. We're trying to be 3-time champs, so check it out. My flag football team, we're one of the best right now, okay? We're one of the best right now in our area, so I ain't gonna lie to you. We dominated and won our first championship in one league, and we said, this too easy. So we went to another league, first time there, dominated, won the championship there. Now we're going back to the league that we usually play at, so we're trying to be 3-time champs. 3-time champs, baby. Let's go. 27 squad in the building. Giovanni, what's going on? It's been a while, Giovanni. I'm pretty sure it's been a while, but welcome back in, man. Prestige Shogun says, recently subbed to the channel. I'm a Jets fan. I enjoy this content. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I everybody from every fan base is welcome on here, man. Giants fans, Jets fans. I get fans from everywhere, honestly. Even from random teams. I had a Colts fan that popped in here for a while. A Colts fan. So it's pretty cool seeing you guys and wherever fan base you come from. Abdul smear campaign on Twitter is crazy. I know, okay, here's the thing. Trust me, guys, we're gonna get into Abdul Carter, Shedeur Sanders. I don't get why we're treating Abdul Carter like he's trash now. I get it. Listen, trust me, for those people that want Shedeur Sanders over Abdul Carter, I understand you. I don't think that way. However, I understand why you would want to get the quarterback over a position that is pretty much filled out right now. I get it. I'm not here to dispute that at all. But just because of that reason, now we have to smear Abdul Carter like he's trash. Bro, he's at least top 2 best player in this entire draft. I have him as the best player in this draft. People have Travis Hunter, to each their own. You guys got to remember, Abdul Carter doesn't even know pass rush moves yet. Okay? He's in his second year. This is going to be his second year as a full-time pass rusher in the NFL. If you watch him on film, he's just beating guys because he's just better than them. He's just more athletic than them. You know, he can beat you around the corner faster. He has no, I'm not gonna say he has no idea, but he doesn't know how to use his pass rush moves yet at all, if you watch him on film. So once he learns that in the NFL with any D-line coach, he's going to be monstrous, bro. Monstrous. He's not a guy that's going to like take care of the strong side like Micah Parsons. You know, Micah Parsons is just a bigger guy, but he can be on that level of edge rushers. That's why I just don't get the Abdul Carter hate right now. I don't get it. But what's going on, everybody? We got almost 50 people across both platforms, man. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Let me get to these comments, man. It's flooding in. You guys are killing the comments. Let's go. Let me get to first member comment. Mike Nixon, my brother. What's going on? We got a lot in store for you guys today. I want to react. You guys can send me some. I hope I don't get copyrighted for these stuff, but like, you guys can send me Giants related stuff, like First Take, Colin Cowherd, and if you guys see some stuff, send it my way. Either tag me on Twitter or put the link in the comments. It's probably easier if you tag me on Twitter on it. Like put the link and then tag me on Twitter, and then I'll check it out and I'll look at it off stream first before I put it on stream. But I want to react to some videos today. Also, we're gonna be reacting to Draft Experts mock drafts for specifically the New York Giants. Maybe we do our own mock drafts here and kind of get the chat involved in whatever you guys want to go, and we'll look at that. So yeah. So let's look at some more comments. I want to try to get to as much comments as I can. You guys are flooding the comments like crazy. Super chats are always read first. You guys know that over here. Super chats are always read first. As soon as I'm able to do it, I'll finish my train of thought, because I lose my train of thought a lot. Even not just on live, in real life as well. So like, I always try to finish my thought, and if you guys send a super chat, do not worry, it will be read, every single one. It doesn't get unnoticed. Jonathan, what's going on? Jonathan, at least you guys get to entertain Shadur, Carter, or Hunter, potential blue chip prospects. My Jets are still threatening acts of some people who want Tyler Warren or Armand Membu. Oh man, Prestige, who do you want your Jets to get? I've been mocking you guys to get Armand Membu for the longest. I think it's a match made in heaven, to be honest with you. I think it's a match made in heaven to get Armand Membu, and especially that you already got Oluf Fashanu last year. To pair him up with Armand Membu, I mean, whatever quarterback you guys wind up getting is going to be in good hands. Bookend tackle. Well, potentially. You know, we thought the same thing with Evan Neal. All right? We thought the same thing with Evan Neal. Nick says, please invite back. Yo, shout out to Bobby Skinner, man. I have to formally apologize. I didn't go out and publicly support him yet, not because of anything out of spite. It's just that I didn't know if it was April Fool's joke or not, guys. I just didn't know. The timing was terrible. And if you guys know Bobby at all, you know, he likes to joke around, you know, if you guys know Bobby at all. So I thought it was just some deliberate thing to pump up the Bobby's Breakdown channel. But you guys need to go subscribe to the Giants Nation show podcast. GSN, Giants Nation for life. So you guys need to go subscribe there, man. He's getting some amazing support, and if you guys haven't subbed to him already, make sure you guys support him as he's trying to like venture and do this on his own, like as an independent content creator, like me now, you know, instead of working for John Boy. So he's gonna have to do everything himself. I know he's got help in the background as well. He's got a lot of pull. So, but yeah, I would love to have Bobby on the show. I would love to. I've talked to Bobby a couple of days ago. I talked to him and I said he's always welcome on the show. So maybe we get that to happen before the draft. Maybe we get that to happen, or maybe after the draft, and trying to get his insight on the drafted players that we got. So maybe that's something that we do. John Snow Target, yo, this account I haven't seen on here in such a long time. What's going on? I'm still thinking Hunter or Shadur, whoever the Browns. Yeah, trust me, we'll get into that. Then take Carter. I don't know. I like Dart, but upside-wise, I'd rather have Milrow in a second. Man, I really just don't want to talk about Carter. Like, we'll talk about it all. JKB. I just don't know how I feel about quarterback outside of the first round, man. I just don't know how I feel about it. Yes, you got your Jalen Hurts. You got your, Russell Wilsons. You got your Dak Prescotts. But it's like, Oh man, we're just such in a rut right now as a franchise to depend on a potential project quarterback to rise up, above the ashes and help this team out. I get it. Maybe with one of our third round picks, you pick up Jalen Milroe or something like that. I feel like Jalen Milroe is going to be a third round pick. I really do think that. I really do think Jalen Milroe is going to be a third round pick. He has potential. He has a extremely high ceiling, but where he is as a prospect right now is extremely underdeveloped. I just don't know if there's going to be a team to take him with a second round pick. I just don't know if there is. There's a lot there. There is a lot there. But if you guys look at Anthony Richardson, he was extremely overdrafted. Now, I championed Anthony Richardson in the first round, third overall. Like I like the pick. My only thing is that if you're gonna pick him third overall, you don't start him, right? You don't start him. You gotta wait it out, maybe 2 or 3 years. Like Jordan Love, how long did it take Jordan Love? Like 3 years, And he was probably a better prospect than Anthony Richardson was. But Anthony Richardson had a huge ceiling, so that's why he was drafted that high. My point is, let the kid sit and develop. But my thing with Jalen Milroe is just like, I don't know, man. He scares me. He's a guy that just looks so good to be true, He's a guy that just looks way too good to be true, So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. Let me try to get out to the we got a super chat. Big Dash in the building. What's going on, man? I'll get to you guys' other comments in a section in a second. But you guys know I gotta address the super chats first, man. You guys are keeping the lights on over here. You know what I'm saying? Big Dash in the building. Always enjoyed the debates, brother. Let's go Giants. Let's go Shador. Yo, I said this to Big Dash, and of course I'm joking because Big Dash is one of the coolest dudes out here, bro. But I said this to Big Dash. I said, yo, Shador needs to put you on his payroll, bro, because he be going up to bat for Shador, bro. I swear, I be watching because I don't know if he has Shador as like a bookmarked keyword on his Twitter, but when I be scrolling on my news feed and I see some idiot like with just the most outlandish take on Shador Sanders. The reason why that's on my newsfeed is because you look on the bottom and Big Dash commented on it, like going up to bat, bro. Shout out to Dash, bro. When he likes a prospect, he's gonna go up to bat for him. So shout out Big Dash for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you, brother. It's all love, bro. It's all love. We all Giants fans. We're all Giants fans. But let me try to. I don't want to like keep dwelling on all the past comments because I feel like I'm just gonna be here all day addressing comments. But if you guys really want me to see a comment that you made, either type it again or super chat it. It doesn't need to be, doesn't need to be a huge amount, like $2 something like that or whatever. Because I don't want to keep going back up in the chat, and we'll be here all day. Because you guys are killing the comments right now. So I love it. But yeah, man, yeah. Carvinator, hey, Carvinator in the Carvinator actually won one of my I gotta do that again. The Pick'em League. I'm gonna do that again. The ESPN Pick'em League. For I think it was the Pick'em, right? Right, Carvinator. You won that, and won a prize. I sent you some. I believe it was some Giants merch. So shout out Carvinator in the building. OG. Giovanni in the building. Giovanni. It's funny, Giovanni. You got a very similar name to mine. My name is Giovanni. If we get Dart, we're gonna have to trade back. If we get Dart, we're gonna have to trade back in the first round. Do you think so? I've been seeing that lately. It's like I don't hate Jackson Dart. I just don't see him as a first round guy. But shout out to Giovanni, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Wanna giveaway? Gotta try. Yes, Carvinator. I'm gonna do another Pick'em League. And we'll see who wins that one. Maybe you become the two-time Pick'em League winner. I've only done it once. I don't know why I haven't done it again. I've only done it once, and that was like 5 years ago. Gotta do that again. But I don't know, man. I like Jackson Dart. First of all, he's in a RPO heavy scheme where it's almost impossible to gauge how he's going to play in a pro style offense. His anticipation isn't quite there. He's got a good deep ball. I don't know, man. I just don't see franchise in Jackson Dart. I think he's a fun player. I just don't see franchise in him. I don't know. I don't know. Jalen Milroe has an extremely high ceiling. I want to like Jalen Milroe so bad. I really do. But I turn on his film and I'm like, oh my God, he's not good. He's not good, man. Or you look at his combine or her Senior Bowl. I mean, Jalen Milroe has like, I'm not gonna be good in the NFL written all over him. But sometimes, a guy runs fast and he's one of the best running quarterbacks I've ever seen, and he's automatically a second round guy. I don't get it. I don't get it. They'll trade up into the late 20s if they'll trade up for him in the late 20s if they want him. Are we talking Shadur? Are we talking about that, or are you talking about Jackson Dart? If the Giants trade back up into the first round and they get Jackson Dart, I'm gonna put a hole through my screen. I'm gonna put a hole through my screen. All right. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. If Shadur falls, I'm doing that. Pause. If the Giants don't get Shadur, right? Theoretically, the Giants draft Travis Hunter, which we're seeing a lot of reports that maybe that's the option. Let's say the Browns go Abdul Carter, right? Let's just say that, like Cam Ward, Abdul Carter. Don't know how what's the likelihood of that happening, like, if it's most likely or not, but let's just say that's the case. And the Giants go Travis Hunter. I'm definitely looking into trading up for Shadur. Definitely. I think it's a great force multiplier to have Travis Hunter there as well. But if the Giants trade up for Jackson Dart, I'm going to put a hole through my freaking monitor. You understand me? You understand me? No. That's forcing a quarterback. That is forcing a quarterback right there. I think Shadur trading up for Shadur, whether or not you want him at 3 or not, let's just, obviously the draft is out of our control. Let's just say Travis goes at 3, let's just say Travis goes at 3. I'm hoping for a Shadur. I'm hoping Shadur does fall so we can grab him up. I think that will be an amazing combo. Because like I said, I don't hate Shadur. I don't hate Shadur, man. I don't, and people, listen, people make great cases for Shadur at 3. They make great cases. Our philosophies are different. That's all. They make great cases, I listen to the spaces every once in a while when I have time. I listen to the spaces and, drafting for impact and getting blue chip guys, and sometimes a lot of blue chip guys, it doesn't really impact the team as far as Super Bowl wise. You can go back and forth on that. The draft starts when the Browns are absolutely. And here's the thing too. I think there's a big chance that Shadur goes 2, because if you look at the Titans right now, right? They did nothing at the quarterback position. What does that tell you? That they want to get Cam Ward, right? Now recently we're seeing that they cut off the private workouts with Shadur and Travis Hunter because looks like they have who they want in Cam Ward. They did nothing at the quarterback position in free agency. So that tells you right there they want Cam Ward. You look at the Browns, what did they do in free agency for the quarterback position? Basically nothing. I mean, they traded for Kenny Pickett. They traded for Kenny Pickett and they added somebody else, some goober. I don't know. Some future, CFL star. I don't know. Who did they get? Who did they get? Let me look this up. Somebody's gonna comment on it already because you guys are like nuts. You guys are like, I be blanking out sometimes. I'm gonna feel stupid when I see it. Oh, did they not get anybody else? Why am I just seeing Kenny Pickett here? Yo, Our Lads is pissing me off with the ad block, bro. Then my screen starts freezing because I get 15 ads on here, brother. They just got Kenny Pickett. Josh Dobbs, I think. I'm just seeing Kenny Pickett here on Our Lads. They upgrade unless is Josh Dobbs still on the futures? Is he on a futures contract? I'm looking. I don't see anybody here. No, they added another. This is wrong. They added another quarterback. They only have. Yeah, come on. They got rid of DTR. They let Jameis walk. They gotta go. Come on, they gotta go Shedeur. If we back before they cut off the private workouts, that was only a couple of days ago. Back when they cut off the private workouts with Shedeur and Travis Hunter, the big indicator that they wanted Cam Ward is that because they didn't address the quarterback position for the Titans in free agency at all. So what does that tell you? Same thing for the Browns. What does that tell you? They didn't address the quarterback position at all. You think Kenny Pickett's going to go out there by himself? Bro, Deshaun Watson is not going to play this year. He's going to be hurt all year. Deshaun Watson's not going to play this year. It's literally just Kenny Pickett on the roster right now. They're probably going Shedeur. So the Giants would be in... That kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It does break my heart a little bit because I really want the Travis Hunter... The Travis Hunter Shedeur combo. I ain't going to lie. That looks kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Somebody posted... I think somebody by the name of Kwame posted like a compilation of like the Space's best hits, greatest hits, and bro, I was dying, bro. I was dying. I wish I could be listening in the Spaces more often. I was dying. Yeah. He had posted that. But okay. So, guys, if you... I doubt you guys may have any. If you guys see anything... Oopsie. If you guys see anything like... Giants-related videos you guys want me to react to, tag me on... put the link on Twitter and tag me on it. And we could watch it together. But until then, I want to... Let me finish this Red Bull first, man. Man, I gotta stop drinking this shit, man. I gotta stop, for real. I gotta stop. I actually wanted to react to some mock drafts because I haven't been like scouring the internet for mock drafts lately. I'll be honest with you. Yo, I gotta stop drinking Red Bulls, bro. It's not good. Yo, guys, quick little off topic thing. I went conditioning for this upcoming flag season, right? I got a field like not too far from me. It's a turf field. I don't run well in turf field. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's a lot of strain on your legs. But I went out there, started conditioning. I put my cones out. I put my hurdles out. I got set up, everything. I got my tripod, recorded it. I was like, yo, I'm about to make a highlight film of my conditioning because I don't really condition like that, I practice sometimes with the team. We don't really do that. I scrimmage sometimes, and I go out there. Bro, I am deeply out of shape. Brother, I am deeply out of shape. There's something different about playing in a game versus conditioning where you have no adrenaline pumping, you've got nobody else around you, and you're just going off of straight up hard work and effort. And there's something about it. Bro, I swear to you, I started conditioning, I started doing drills, I started running routes. Bro, I was out of breath within, I swear, like 7 to 9 minutes. I was out of breath, gasping for air. I was embarrassed, bro. There were 13-year-olds playing soccer right across the field from me, and they've been running since before I got there, and I felt so out of shape, bro. I'm obtaining UNC status as we speak. I have to get back into conditioning, bro. There's something I can play a whole football game. I played 3 flag football games in our championship. 3 of them. And I wasn't tired at all. It was just pure adrenaline, baby. We just wanted to win. Bro, I got to stop drinking Red Bulls. I got to start drinking water again. Like more and more water. I drink water, just not on... My gosh, I have to stop, bro. I'm not at that age anymore where I can just put anything in my system and I'm going to be A-okay, you know what I mean? I pulled my hamstring. in the championship game. I've never pulled a muscle in my entire life. Never. My quarterback threw an interception. It was targeted for me. Guy cut me off. I'm 5'1". you're gonna get around me. You know, I ain't boxing nobody out. Let's be real. I ran an out route. Guy was playing soft zone. I ran an out route. My quarterback, I ain't gonna put too much blame on him. He was a little late on the throw. I was almost fucking out of bounds, man. But guy cut me off, picked the ball off. You know, of course, it's the championship. I'm hauling ass to get this guy. I pulled a muscle and I just went straight to the ground. I feel old, bro. I feel so old. I've never pulled a muscle in my entire life. I've never done it. That felt so weird. I was out there grabbing my leg the whole time, the whole rest of the championship game. I still went out there. I played. I did not come out, but it was warning me. I pulled it. I didn't tear it. Thank God. I've seen people tear muscles in games. For real. Mike, you need to bring out the cranberry. But yo, I have cranberry downstairs. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had cranberry downstairs. Oh snap! I ain't gonna lie to you. We love the cranberry over here. Grown man running out of breath for fun. Yo, just know I deleted the film. I deleted it. I'm not. Nope. Oh, so I was doing DB drills, you know, transitioning drills. I was doing that and working on my back pedal and working on, you know, exploding off my back pedal and stuff like that because, listen, like I said, I'm 5'1", I'm playing cornerback and I'm going up against dudes that are like, you know, 5'9", 5'10", even 6 foot sometimes, you know, I got to work on that. But I was working on my back pedal and I probably did like 3 straight transition drills, you know, just going, you guys see it in the combine where you back pedal, you shuffle left, you shuffle right, then you run, you know, you side run right, then you side run left, and then you explode back. You know, I probably did like 3 of those and I was out for the count. I ran out of water real quick. Yep. But I'm sorry I went off on that tangent. I just had to share that with you guys because I'm embarrassed of myself. I am. I want to react to some mock drafts, guys. Or if anybody, let me check Twitter if anybody sent any links. No. Yeah, people are just not talking about the Giants right now, to be honest with you. And last week I reacted to I think the facility talking about how the Giants should draft Shedeur Sanders still, and we already reacted to that. But I haven't seen anything lately. But let's react to some mock drafts. Let's go to NFL.com first because they have a whole, you know, they got the way they organize it. They got a bunch of people, you know, all the experts, and I haven't kept up with like any of these yet. So let's see. Did I forget how to do this? Yeah, I swear. Chrome tab. Alright. Whoa, what is this? I thought they had it all organized and stuff. Hold on. Chad Reuter. Yo, Chad Reuter is the most inconsistent dude with mock drafts I've ever seen. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Yo, I thought they used to have it where, like, they have it on the bottom. Like, everybody's mock draft is on the bottom or something like that. You know what I mean? Hold on. I want to try to find that. All right, we're gonna react to Maurice Jones-Drew. Let me not try to spoil it for my. Oh, there it is, like that. All right, let's save the 5-round mock for later because it's 5 rounds, so I think that'll be better. Let's save the 5-round mock for later. Let's look at Jerem. Let's look at the GOAT. Let's look at the GOAT real quick. Let's check out the GOAT. Let me pull up the chat on my phone, guys. So if you guys are commenting, I can react to it. I don't have to go back into the tab. Oh, let me put the volume down. I'm gonna get an echo. Yo, shout out to everybody in Billy. We have almost 100 people. In here, both YouTube and X or Twitter, whatever. But shout out to you guys. Love you guys. Love all you guys, man. For real. I'll go. What the hell, man? Pull up this chat. All right. Let's go. Now, I want to react to some like full 7-round mocks. You know what I mean? Not everybody's doing that. Like, we're in draft month, man. Let me get some 7-round mocks. All right. Cam Ward, obviously. Daniel Jeremiah. Cam Ward, Abdul Carter. Okay, so here's the situation. Here's the scenario that everybody, talks about, Shadur or Travis Hunter. So let's see. Shadur goes number 3 overall. And here, I'm going to get this out the way now. When we talk about Shadur Sanders going number 3 overall. And you guys know I've been consistent on this channel that I didn't want Shadur at 3 at the time. Not that I necessarily do at this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? He's still 4th on my big board. But, like I said in my past live stream, I said that I am much more comfortable with the Giants taking Shadur at 3 now more than ever. And I know that sounds kind of counteractive to what the Giants did in free agency, but I think it helps out a lot more because you have Russell Wilson, you have Jameis Winston, you have mentors there, and on top of that, you have depth at the quarterback position where you're not. It's different than if you just have Tommy DeVito on the roster or even just Jameis Winston and you feel like your back's against the wall and you have to take a quarterback at 3 because that's just something that you need to do, for the Giants. The Giants could get away with not drafting a quarterback this year, whether you like it or not. I know there are people that are a quarterback no matter what, guys. But whether you like it or not, you look at the makeup of this team right now and at the quarterback position, they don't have to draft Shadur at 3. You may want them to, but the reality of it is that they don't have to. If they still draft Shadur at 3, I'm much more comfortable with it because, one, they're not forced to do so. And that means they actually love him. They actually love him at 3. So that makes me feel better about it. You know what I'm saying? That makes me feel better about it. I would much rather that be the case than they don't have quarterbacks at all on the roster and they just take him at 3 because they got to. You know what I mean? Backs against the wall, they got to. So that's my mindset of it. I'm much more comfortable with that. And I think those are really good mentors for Shadur Sanders with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. I know a lot of people like to clown on them because they're like living memes at the quarterback position in this era, both of them guys. But I think that's good company to be around for a young quarterback. I do. So if they draft Shadur at 3, I won't put a hole through my monitor at all. I'll be rooting for it. It's not ideally what I would do, but like I said, I'll be here for it. Foxy says you don't need to explain yourself. No, the only reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want people to think that I'm flip-flopping over it because I've been on this channel a lot talking about how much I don't want Shadur Sanders at 3. And now, people are going to be, commenting and be like, oh, but you didn't want Shadur Sanders at 3. I'm just explaining it. That's all. I'm just explaining the mindset of it. Stand on business. You don't want him, bro. It's not that I don't want him. I just don't want him at 3. That's all. Shadur might even be the best. He might be. There are plenty of cases where like the 5th quarterback taken is usually the best. You know what I mean? But I want to just for the fun of it, I want to look at the rest of this draft. Jalen Walker at 5. Holy shit! This is a Jacksonville thing to do. To be honest with you, I like Jalen Walker. He's just not refined as a pass rusher to take him at 3. Then again, you already have pass rushers there, so he doesn't have to go in there and be a number 1 guy all of a sudden. Ashton Genty at 6. That's my guy. Go Boise. There's the Jets. Armand Membu. Mason Graham. I see him dropping more and more often. Jahad Campbell. Guys, I don't see it with Will Campbell. Shout out to Diggy. I mean, LSU guy. Shout out to Diggy. I just don't see it with Will Campbell. You're talking about a guy that nobody knows what he's going to play. There are draft experts saying they don't want him at tackle, but he should be the best at tackle. There are people saying that he's not going to work out at guard, including myself. I don't think he's going to be a good guard. So there's people saying he's not going to be a good tackle and not going to be a good guard. Why is he going this high? I like him at tackle, but a lot of draft experts say they don't see him as being a tackle. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Jahdae Barron going this high is nuts. I'm not that enthused with Jahdae Barron. He's not an outside guy to me. I heard he has like 29, 30-inch arms. Jesus. Matthew Golden, I think this is going to happen. Malachi Starks. Who have they got? Who have they gotten here? I'm just seeing, because Miami needs some offensive linemen, but they have nothing at that safety room when after they lost Javon Holland, they don't have anybody there for safeties at all. So I guess Malachi Starks would be good. Tyler Warren, Will Johnson, Gray Zabel, bro. Gray Zabel is a guy I wish I would. Yo, JMS, pack your bags, brother. Pack your bags, JMS, or you better get ready to learn guard. Because Gray Zabel is going to be my future center. Gray Zabel could come in and play guard as well, but I heard he's been working at center for the majority of his offseason program. Mike Green, Colston Loveland, I guess. A little too early for Donovan. I wish Ezuraku. A little too early for him. Nobody's gonna. I think Jace Pierce might fall out the first just because there's a lot of questions about him. Okay, I wanna talk about this real quick. Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Steelers, out of all teams, do you think Pittsburgh is going to reach for another quarterback after what they just went through with Kenny Pickett? Do you think that for real? I don't see it. I don't see the Steelers going again 3 years later and drafting another quarterback that probably shouldn't be drafted that high again and trying to make him work out. I just don't see that happening. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. Ted McMillan. Why is Ted McMillan falling? Can somebody give me a reason why Ted McMillan is falling? Every time I ask why people don't like Ted McMillan, they just can't give me an answer. They just say, LOL, Travis better. I mean, I don't get a real reason why Ted McMillan is not good. And we're talking about, like, what was his name? Corey something, Tennessee Titans. He got drafted 5th overall. You're going to tell me that he's worth getting drafted there? A couple years ago? Trey Amos. I love Trey Amos. If the Giants still needed a cornerback, he's my guy with the 34th pick. Michael Williams, Derek Harmon, Azariah Thomas, Kenneth Grant, Josh Simmons. I love Josh Simmons. Let's see where he gets drafted after that injury. All right, there's that. Where in Tampa do you live? I don't live in Tampa. I live in Central Florida. I'm close to Tampa. I'm smack dab in the middle between Tampa and Orlando. I'm not going to look at all these. Picks. The whole mock draft for. Maybe we'll just skim through it. Tyler Shuck is going to be 26 by the start of next season. Yet Darren Jeremiah thinks he's going to be the 33rd pick for the draft. Yeah, I don't get it. Tyler Shuck is good, but when you factor all that in, especially his age at the quarterback position, it's not going to be favorable for a lot of teams. Trade back with the Panthers, get draft capital, take T-Mac at 8. I would put a hole through my screen. I love T-Mac, but I'm not getting another receiver. If I trade back to 8, I'm going to get like Mason Graham or something. And honestly, call me crazy. If the Giants were to trade back to like the bottom of the top 10 and they somehow acquire a first round pick out of it or something like that, I'll take Shador. I'm acquiring another first round pick in the next year. I'll take Shador. I'll make up for it next year. You'd probably get Jalen Walker at 8, not gonna lie. Fuck, why would I get Jalen Walker for? I'm gonna get a project pass rusher / off-ball linebacker at 8. Hell no. What would your reaction if we get Walter Nolan with pick 34? I'd have to change my pants, to be honest with you, Tristan. I'd have to change my undergarments. Because first, I don't think Walter Nolan's going to fall that far. Second, I love Walter Nolan a lot. And for him to be our 3 tech with Dexter Lawrence would be fucking insane. I would love it. Shedeur at 3 for you. All right, who's this Band guy? Who are they hiring? Mike Band. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? All right, let's go through it. Cam Ward. Abdul Carter. All right, so same situation. When are these mock drafts being made? Let me look at what time. All right, March 20th. Oh, shit. This is a long time ago. March 20th. All right, then Shedeur. All right, so let me just see, just in case. Will Campbell at 4 is outdated. Travis Hunter. Oh, wait, yeah. Travis Hunter's still... Yo, if Travis Hunter falls to 5. Yo, Travis Hunter falling to 5 and the Jets trade with... You're telling me Jacksonville wouldn't take Travis Hunter after they have a hole at both cornerback and wide receiver right now? I know they have Brian Thomas, but really after that, they don't got shit. That wouldn't happen. Who the fuck orchestrated this trade? Fire Jacksonville's... Yo, Liam Cohen would be in shambles right now. Jalen Walker at 8. I don't see Jalen Walker going that high, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to see it here just in case they have, like, the Giants, like, trading up, you know, any situation like that. Ted McMillan falling. I don't get why Ted McMillan is falling this far. Derek Harmon, Colson Loveland, Jahdae Barron. That's right around where I see Jahdae Barron going, is in the high 20s. Patriots are praying for Hunter. Yeah, the fact that they would take Will Campbell, I know they don't have anything at their offensive line right now. I get that, I do. But it's Travis Hunter versus Will Campbell. Will Campbell is, again, nobody knows what position he's gonna play or if he's even gonna be good at it. Mike Green falling to the Washington Commanders, I'd cry. I would cry. I would cry literal tears here. Walter Nolan's going. Shavon Revel is not a first-round player. Them getting Gray Zabel is such an Eagles thing. All right, next mock draft. Next mock draft. Hello? I hate Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter to be Patriots. I mean, it's probably going to happen. So brace yourself. It's probably going to happen. One of them might get there. One of them might get there. So, because in the case that we're gonna talk about that in a second too, because now everybody's talking about how Travis Hunter might go at 2. Which at this point, I'm really starting to question how nobody's thinking about who they have at quarterback right now. They're not rocking with just Kenny Pickett on the roster. Like, they're gonna add somebody. Like, if we're gonna sit here and think that they're gonna get like Will Howard or Jackson Dart or something like that, like, you're out of your mind. They're probably gonna go Shedeur. But in the case that they go Travis Hunter, I think the Giants may take Shedeur. You know, so Abdul Carter will go to the Patriots for sure. They're not gonna skip out on him. Oh, okay. So like the case I just talked about just now. So when was this created? Here's Bucky Brooks, March 25th. So still a couple weeks ago. Cam Ward, Shedeur. So you got quarterback going 1 and 2, and Travis Hunter going to 3. Now, I really struggle with this, right? I really struggle with this because when we talk about Travis Hunter / Abdul Carter, which one is better for the Giants, it's really a crapshoot because, first of all, Travis Hunter is going to get playing time, right? You draft Travis Hunter, he's going to get playing time. Now you're taking away from Deonte Banks. Drafting Travis Hunter, now you're going to take away from Deonte Banks. And I know, like, I'm kind of like contradicting myself a little bit because I would take Travis Hunter over Shedeur, but what I'm saying is I'm just giving you guys all the options right now. It's weird to me, and it makes me think a little bit. It's just like you draft Travis Hunter, where is he gonna play? Because you're not putting Deonte Banks in the slot because you don't want to like obstruct Drew Phillips, and Deonte Banks was never a slot player. You draft Travis Hunter, he's gonna be playing this. He's gonna be playing the boundary. Like, are you gonna split reps? You know, with Deonte Banks, like a lot of teams do with up and coming corners. Are you gonna do that? What happens if Travis Hunter is clearly the better cornerback, which he's going to be? What happens if that's the case? Deontay Banks is just going to be put on the back burner, you know? And then the wide receiver position. I don't see him playing two positions for very long. It might last 2 or 3 seasons, tops. He's going to pick one. Or team is going to force him to play one in his NFL career. Travis Hunter is not playing two positions for the majority of his career. There's just, Steve Smith was talking about it. I saw a video from Steve Smith. He said, the NFL want craftsmen. That's the reason why you see a lot of two-way players, guys that are Swiss Army-nized in college, why they always stick to one position in the NFL, because they want you dedicated to one craft. Travis Hunter may be special, but a lot of teams just want you to focus on your craft and be a craftsman. Nobody wants to pay a jack of all trades and master of none. Now, if Travis Hunter somehow masters two positions in the NFL, you give him a gold jacket while he's playing, because it hasn't been done. It just hasn't been done in the NFL. I mean, name me a player that's been like consistently a two-way player. It hasn't happened. Travis Hunter would be the first. Unless you want to go back to the fucking 1940s and 1950s and stuff like that, and you got like Y.A. Tittle playing like every position, including kicker. I get that. I'm talking about in today's modern NFL. You just don't see it. You just don't see it. Like freaking Jabril fucking Peppers played running back for Michigan. He played running back, right? He played offensive football. He played a lot of different positions in at the safety position as a DB, but he stuck to one position in the NFL. All right, let me oh yeah, and then including Abdul Carter, we have the whole situation with Abdul Carter. Like, where are you going to put him? Yes, he played off-ball linebacker in college for them. Like, that's what he knows the most. But are you really going to draft an off-ball linebacker, number 3 overall? Unless he's fucking, like, Luke Kuechly? Like, I don't think you're going to do that. And you're not taking snaps away from my glorious king, Micah McFadden. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. I'm not allowing it to happen. Again, I'm just going to be skimming through this to look at if the Giants do anything. All right. All right, this is Charles Davis. Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, Charles Davis 2.0. Okay. Abdul. All right, so we're changing it up here. Abdul Carter going 3 and not Travis Hunter. I wouldn't rule out a quarterback for the Giants here if Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders were available, even after the signings of Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. With the top quarterbacks already off the board, New York lands a prospect they may believe is the best player in the draft. Now, when it comes to Abdul Carter, the Giants would basically be saying, Kayvon, it's over. If the Giants get Abdul Carter, this is the predicament that the Giants are in if they want to go BPAs, because somebody's not going to play. You dedicated a lot to the cornerback position. You dedicated a lot to the wide receiver position because you re-signed Darius Slayton for the Travis Hunter effect. Now you got Abdul Carter, where it's like you can definitely manage a rotation between him and Kayvon, right? You can definitely manage a rotation there. I don't have a problem with that at all. My problem is after. If Kayvon has a decent season, his pass rush win rate has been going up every single season, I believe. I think it was up. It was up as a rookie. It went down in his 11.5 sack season year, which is crazy to me. But it went up per percentages per snap, this year. Like it's on the rise. Like if that continues to rise and he continues to be at a high level, what do they do then? Of course, they would have to take his 5th-year option this year because that deadline is in May. You can have your draft. I think they're really waiting for the draft to see what happens, who the players that they acquire to take his 5th-year option. But then what happens after that? You got Abdul Carter. If you're taking Abdul Carter, you're pretty much saying sayonara to Kayvon Thibodeau, whether he's good or bad. Whether he's good or bad. Man, Abdul would flick Micah McFadden the fuck out of... Hey, chill on my guy Micah, bro. Chill on my guy Micah. He still doesn't get the love he deserves. how many rushes you need? Listen, you can never have enough pass rushers. You could never have enough pass rushers. You could have the beautiful thing about 3-4 defenses is that you can run anything. 4-3 defenses are 4-3 defenses are so cookie cutter where you got to have specific players at every 3-4 defenses are so fluid because you got off-ball linebackers. A lot of these guys are tweeners that can come down and play like Brian Burns. Yeah, Brian Burns is good in coverage. You know, he's long, lanky. He's great pass rush ability, extremely quick and explosive, but can still go drop back and cover. You know, with 3-4 defense, you can do anything with that. So you can have Kayvon, Brian Burns, and Abdul Carter on the field at the same time and disguise your coverages because Abdul Carter has a lot of background as an off-ball linebacker, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's rushing off the edge in like a 9 technique with Kayvon at the 5 technique and Brian Burns on the other side playing the weak side. You know, you can have a whole different set of with 4-3 defenses. It's just like you got your 2 beefed up 265 pound defensive ends, and then you got your nose tackle, if you have one, in this case we do in Dexter Lawrence, and you have your 3 tech. Like, it's just like, there it is. Like, that's what you have. With 3-4 defenses, it's just so fluid. So you can have these guys out there at the same time. My thing is, how much are you really willing to dedicate? How much capital, how much money are you really willing to dedicate to Abdul Carter, to Kayvon Thibodeaux, and Brian Burns, you know, after the 2025 season? You understand? And Kayvon is like our only. We have a strong side defender now. You know, the Golston kid from the Cowboys. You know, he's a strong side guy. But I mean, then again, you know, are we going to be leaning on him after Kayvon? Because Kayvon is pretty good as our strong side backer right now. Abdul Carter is not a strong side backer. Brian Burns is not a strong side backer. He sometimes he's lining up over the tight end, and he does well against the run, but consistently he's just not a strong side backer. You know, Kayvon has been filling that role for us for a while, and so, you know, there is a question there. So the Patriots get Travis. You guys following what I'm saying? You guys following me? Oh, we broke 100. I didn't even see it. We broke 100. We're almost at 110 people in the stream right now. Appreciate everybody in here, man. Love you guys, man. Thank you so much for joining here and listening to my nonsense. Again, you know, Marion Hampton. I like Marion Hampton. I don't understand this. I'm never in my mock drafts am I putting Jackson Dart. I don't think the Steelers are going to do that again. It wasn't long ago when the Steelers selected Kenny Pickett 20th overall. 3 years later, and 3 years and 1 pick later in round 1, they draft another quarterback that they believe to be their guy. I don't see them doing this. I think eventually they're going to get Aaron Rodgers. Real quick, who do they have? Let me look at my hour, lads. Who do they have at their quarter? I know they re-signed Mason Rudolph after like his second stint there, but who else do they have? And Skylar Thompson. Oh my God, maybe they do want a quarterback. Oh my God. Yo, there are teams that just are not. I think the Giants are like the only team that like secured at least a quarterback to see what happens in the draft. Like, these teams are just dependent, and now I understand why they have Jackson Dart going there. I just don't. Why would you do that again, the Steelers? Why would you do that again? And Arthur Smith, if I'm not mistaken, Arthur Smith don't run. Is not a spread RPO scheme, is it? Like college style scheme. I think it's very pro style, isn't it? Arthur Smith's scheme. Somebody can let me know. That's not a good scheme fit for Jackson Dart. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. I love Donovan Jackson. Mecca Ibuka. All right. Oh, I can just go down here. Edholm. March 28th. Yo, can we get to these recent mock drafts? We're just gonna be skipping through this. All right, Travis Hunter. Okay, here's a case in which they just don't go Shadur, they go Travis. So let me see where Shadur goes. Shadur's dropping. Shadur's dropping. Shadur. So Cleveland trades back up with the Falcons. Now, Cleveland has the 33rd overall pick. They trade up to the 15th pick. Here's the compensation. Giving up high picks, rounds 2, 33, 67 is a third round pick. Fourth round pick, 104 to get the passer. So, again, what I've been telling you guys time and time again. Now, obviously, this is a scenario, right? This is not a trade that actually happened. But what I've been telling you guys time and time again is that when you trade back into the first round, second round picks are later first round picks aren't as valuable as top 10, top 5 picks. You don't have to give up another first rounder, even if you're getting a quarterback, the quarterback tax that everybody talks about. You don't have to give up a first rounder in the next draft when you're trading back up for a quarterback. It's rarely happened. It's rarely happened when teams jump back up to get a quarterback. It's rarely happened. Did they get Travis? I think the Giants got Travis, right? So they'll get Abdul. They'll get Abdul and Shadur. So like this would be something I would be interested. I think I would be interested for the Giants to do, because we have 2 fourth rounders. Do we have 2 fourth rounders or 1 fourth rounder? Okay, we do have 2 fourth rounders, don't we? Like 104th and 154th, and then we have 2 third rounders. We got 65 and 99. So it's like you'll still have picks. Like I wouldn't be opposed to trading up for Shador if we get a guy like Travis. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. So there's that. So obviously the Giants are not trading back up. Kenneth Grant goes to Pittsburgh. All right, just 2 quarterback. Landon Jackson. I just finished my film on Landon Jackson. I don't see the first round hype. I don't even see the second round hype. I have a third round grade on Landon Jackson. I think he's scheme dependent. He's a strong side edge, right? Strong side edge with good bend. But can't really do much after that. I mean, he doesn't create separation from the tackle at all. He just allows the tackles to manhandle him. He has terrible leverage, terrible pad level, because he's fucking 6'7". I think he's 6'6", but I just wanted to say 6'7". Oh, bonus pick. Walter Nolan at 33. Damn, bro. One pick after the Giants. Damn. I'm telling you, man. The Giants aren't going to get a chance for Walter Nolan, man. Lance Zierlein. All right, April 1st. April Fools. Cam Ward, Abdul, Travis Hunter. All right, let's see where Shadur goes. Mason, Jalen Walker going to Vegas. I know Raiders fans will be pissed about this. I know that for sure. Michael Williams should not be going this high. This is like so freaking January. I need to finish this Red Bull, because I don't want. No, I'm not finishing it now. Start drinking my water. Tyler Booker. I like Tyler Booker, but he's a scheme dependent. He needs to go to a gap, heavy run gap scheme. He's not a zone runner. All right, so Cleveland. This is interesting. I swear to you, the Giants have the capital. I don't see why they wouldn't do this before the Browns do. The Giants have the capital. I don't know why. And who? I'm already blanking on who they took. They took Travis. The Giants would be stupid not to move up. Where am I at? Hello? Look at the Steelers trade back. Interesting. After they need a quarterback, they would take Shador probably. I just heard something. What the hell was that? I don't know. I don't think the Giants would allow Cleveland to jump ahead of them. I just don't see it. Shador not falling that far. He may. There's a lot of draft experts that are saying that if he doesn't go at 3 or 9, he's gonna fall. If he doesn't go 3 or 9, unless barring somebody trades up. Donnie Jackson, Trey Amos, Jackson Dart. Oh, the Saints jump ahead of the Giants, so the Giants don't get no quarterback. You ain't getting Jackson Dart 34th. I can see that happening, to be honest. Do the Eagles really need that 32nd overall pick? They might trade. I need to put my fan on. All right, let's go to MJD. You guys know MJD is his mock drafts can be wild. So brace yourselves. Give me a second. Let me turn my fan on. Florida is very difficult, man, because it's hot during the day. It's like 95 degrees, but then during the night it gets cold. And then my house gets too cold, so I don't like to mess with my central air. So I turn my fans off and I gotta turn it back on. All right. Let's go. Cam Ward, Abdul. All right. Shador Sanders 3. So there shouldn't be a situation where the Giants trade up. Oh wow, there you go. Give some respect to Ted McMillan, MJD. I'm so sorry I just talked shit about your mock drafts. Oh shit, never mind. I take that back. Will Campbell still going number? I don't see Travis falling out of the top 4. It's just not happening. Travis Hunter is not falling out the top 4. It's just not happening. As much as I say that he's going to be a one-way player at some point in his career, the two-way player is going to be too enticing for a team like the Giants, Browns, Patriots. Like they're not gonna prioritize offensive line over a guy like this. It's just not. I don't think that's gonna happen. So the Giants ain't gonna trade back up, right? They already got Shador. Yeah. All right, let's keep moving along. All right, here we go, guys. You guys ready? This is the 5-rounder. This is the 5-round mock draft. Here we go. Start cooking up a mock draft right now on PFF. Yeah, I will. After this, we'll do some mock drafts. I think Carter will fall out of the 4. What's happening with the Abdul Carter hate right now, man? All right, here we go, guys. Let's see what Chad Reuter has for the Giants. The Giants have, in 5 rounds? I don't think the Giants have do the Giants have a 5th rounder? Oh, they don't have a 6th. Man, I think the Giants got 7. I don't even know how much picks. We'll see. I'm out here trying to guess, and I should just look at this. All right. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter goes. What we got? Shador. Abdul goes. All right, this is like the top 4 that I can see happening. The nonsense of Travis dropping out of the top 4 is nuts. Mason Graham, this is like the most popular pick after freaking Cam Ward. Woo! What? Yo, where's my Jets fan? My Jets fan was in here earlier in the stream. I don't know if he's still here. Yo, I need to get his input. He has to put it in the comments right now. What would you do? There we go. Prestige Shogun. Yo. Yo, I told you guys. MJD is off his rocker, bro. MJD got CTE, bro. His mock drafts every year be blowing my mind. It's all in good fun. It's a mock draft at the end of the day. It's a mock draft. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? But, I always look at MJD's mock drafts, and I'm like, yo, brother, what are you smoking? What are you smoking on? He should start working for CBS, man. Start working for CBS and do their mock drafts. Oh, my God. Yo, speaking of that, I might pull up a CBS mock draft. We gotta have fun. I never look at CBS mock drafts anymore. I just don't pay attention. They've got 12-year-olds doing their mock drafts. No hate to any 12-year-olds in the chat, but y'all don't know shit. All right, so Yo, Jackson Dart going 7th overall. I've never seen this before. I've never seen Jackson Dart going anything over Pittsburgh before. If Jackson Dart goes 7th overall, I've lost hope in humanity, bro. I've lost hope in people's ability to actually scout quarterbacks. I don't hate Jackson Dart, but you guys gotta have like a golly, man. This is like equivalent to like, I don't know, to like Kenny Pickett going in the top 5 in his draft. Like, I was still surprised he got drafted 20th overall to the Steelers. Jackson Dart going this high is like nuts. Remember when Giants dart at 3 mock? Who did that? Who did that? Who put Jackson Dart at 3? I didn't see that before. Maybe I did, and I just... If Jackson goes in the top 10, the apocalypse is happening soon. Yo, what? It's got to be the name, bro. He's got the coolest name for a quarterback. Can we be real about ourselves for a second? Jackson Dart has one of the coolest names for a quarterback ever. Like, first of all, he spells Jackson with an X. I mean, like, that's aura right there. And Dart, how fitting is that? Dart. He's a quarterback. I don't know. He's got one of the coolest names. I'll give that to him. But my God. Yo, Justin Fields should demand a trade after that. Justin Fields should demand a trade after that. Yo, that's nuts. Yo, Jaden, shut up before you lose your damn moderation. Stay in line, bitch. Yo. Oh my God. Hold on. Can't go top 10. I gotta look at the rest of this. Oh my God. Is this MJD? This is MJD, right? Oh no, this is not MJD. This is not MJD. We already saw MJD's mock. This is Chad Reuter. I'm sorry. Yo, MJD. My bad, bro. If I was talking... No. We already talked about that. Yo, I'm losing my train of thought. This is not MJD. This is Chad Reuter. This is Chad Reuter. If I talk shit about MJD in this mock draft, my bad, bro. I take back everything you said. I take everything I said. Jalen Walker to the Saints. Armand Membu, all right. Will Campbell, all right. Tet, all right. Kelvin Banks, all right. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I like Garrett Nussmeier. I'm not gonna lie. I like him. I like every time I watch LSU film. He gets the ball out nicely, bro. He's got a nice release. Ball comes out clean, nice velocity. I like Nussmeier, man. I haven't really got into his mechanics and like the way he sees the field and stuff like that because I haven't really scouted him like that. But I've just been noticing him watching LSU film, and I like him. Drew Aller's my guy. Fuck Drew Aller. Drew Aller's terrible. QB1 next year. Shogun, stop. Shogun, stop. Shogun, stop. I think it's because you're a Jets fan. It's hard for you to evaluate quarterbacks because you guys haven't had very good luck drafting quarterbacks. But Drew Aller is not your guy. He's not your guy. Matthew Golden falling to 27 after his 40 time is nuts. Jonah Savin, what? Yo, Chad, Isaiah Bond, the guy who said he was gonna break he was gonna run a 4.2, like a sub 4.3, and he running a freaking he ran a 4.6 or 4.4. He ran a 4.4, I think, which is still fast. He ran a 4.4. Was it really 4.6? Did he really run a 4.6? Did he really run a 4.6? This is a terrible pick. Oh my God, this mock draft is ass. This mock draft is ass. If he ran a 4.6 after talking all that smack that he was going to run a 4.2, that's RIP, my guy. RIP to your draft stock. And then you had your teammate who was not to believe that he had deep speed and he runs a 4.29. Oh, I was looking at the wrong guy. Am I on drugs? Am I on drugs? Oh, I was. I was. I was. I was. Yeah, I'm on drugs. I'm on drugs. All right. I'm on drugs. Peter Griffin could do a better mock. All right, round 2 here. What the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on. Was Walter Nolan taken already? Yo, this is a crime against humanity, bro. This is a crime against humanity. Where's Walter Nolan at? He's not here. Oh, there. Of course the Philadelphia Eagles get Walter Nolan when they have like the most talented defensive tackle room in the NFL. Of course. This is such an Eagles thing to do. I'm not even mad at it. This is such an Eagles thing to do. Of course they get the guy I want in the second round. And Donovan Jackson, I'm pretty sure I saw his name too. So those are my 2 guys in the second. Round 2, Tyler Booker, bro. If you guys don't know anything about Tyler Booker, this guy, he's one of the strongest interior linemen in this draft, for sure. But he's so scheme dependent. You ask any of the draft experts, and I said the same thing on film, the guy can't not move. If you ask this guy to block in space, he's going to let you down. The Giants run a lot of zone running, right? A lot of inside zone. You know, you see some wide zone, you see some outside zone. Like the Giants run a lot of that stuff, of course, and they also run a lot of pin and pulls too. They run a lot of pin and pulls too, trap concepts, you know, crunch and all that stuff. They run all of that stuff. The Josh Connerly is not going to be able to run a versatile running scheme. He needs to be put on a team that is very gap scheme dependent, very between the tackles, hard nose, you know, ground and pound football. He needs to be doing that, you know, and he's not the best pass blocker you've ever seen. Now, I don't think he's given up a lot of sacks in his career, but college is different, bro. College is different. Like a lot of these offensive linemen, the top tier prospects, you better not be giving up a lot of sacks, you know, even if you're not that great. Watch out for Ozzy Trapillo, right tackle, 6'8". Damn, 6'8", 309. God damn. See, I don't know if I like tackles that are that tall, like linemen that are that tall, because your leverage and pad level is a big factor in winning the battle at the point of attack. I don't like my guys too tall, to be honest with you. I don't like my guys too tall. Can we talk about Quinn? Yeah, listen, we can talk about Quinn Ewers going in the... Bro, but this is a terrible fit. Like, tell me you don't watch film without telling me you don't watch film. Like, I think he's just doing that because he's like, oh, all right, the Giants need a guard. Plug and play. Tyler Booker is the best guard available. Like, damn. This is a terrible pick. It's a terrible pick. I would much rather go after, like, Luther Burden. I love Josh Simmons, man. I love Josh Simmons. I want the Giants to re-sign Illuminor, so I just don't see a place for Josh Simmons. I'm not putting him at guard. I think he's going to be a fantastic tackle. Man, why are all these guys like Josh Connerly slipping into the second? Hairston, I understand. Luther Burden, I think, is a first-round guy. But a lot of people have him in the second round, so I'm not going to pin that on him too much. Kenneth Grant falling to the second. All right, let me just stop because I say this all the time, but then you see in the actual draft, like, guys fall into the second round. So let me stop with that. But still, Gray Zabel. Okay, you're gonna tell me they're gonna take Tyler Booker over Gray Zabel? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Alfred Collins. I see a lot of times Alfred Collins getting mocked into the third round, so I don't know. I haven't done film on him. Trey Amos, I love Amos. Jared Will, this is a little bit rich for Jared Wilson. Jalen Noel. Donovan Jackson is here. Oh my God! Let me see. Well, why am I getting mad at a mock draft? Donovan Jackson is the perfect scheme fit for the Giants. He's a zone running guard that could play tackle if you need him to in a pinch. Donovan Jackson should not be playing tackle at the next level. He's a guard. I just want to keep him at guard. We don't need to experiment like Josh Azudu. A lot of people are saying Josh Azudu is like the worst draft pick the Giants have had in a long time. He's not. It's just that the Giants never put him to play the position he was drafted to play. He was not drafted to be a tackle. He was not drafted to be a tackle. He was drafted to be a guard. And they just do not, for the life of them, want to put him at guard. But the Donovan Jackson is a perfect scheme fit for the Giants. The fact that he finagled this to have Donovan Jackson falling all the way to 49 when the Giants pick at 34 and you have them taking Tyler Booker is nuts. That's nuts. Brother, what? Jaden Blue going in the second. There goes James Pierce. This would be a steal for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but yeah, he's going to fall. He's going to fall because of the whole stuff that's going on with it. I love Kevin Winston. Nobody's talking about him because he had that injury, but I just finished my film on him. I love this guy. He'll be a guy I would if the Giants needed it. If the Giants didn't have so much pressing needs elsewhere, I would take Kevin Winston because the Giants. I don't know. We got Newbin. We're trying to work it out with Newbin, but god damn, I don't like Tyler Newbin. And I know we have Javon Holland as well. I know, but I love Kevin Winston. Anthony Billen. Oh, Olafemi Oladejo is going pretty high. He's staying in the second round. Tyleek falling. Damn, I'm not going to lie. Josh Farmer and Tyleek Williams, not Josh Farmer. Maybe Josh Farmer is more of a third round guy. Because the Giants have the first pick in the third round. Josh Farmer will be a guy considered first pick in the third round. But Tyleek Williams at 34 is someone to consider. Yeah. Look at Shogun saying Tyleek Williams falling that far. Yeah, Tyleek Williams. What grade do I have on him? I haven't watched him in a while. He's one of the first guys I watched. But where do I have him graded at? Oh, I have him 41 on my big board. I got him 41 on my big board. I thought I had him a little higher than that. But still, that's a steal. That's a steal for 63. I would consider him at if you're devoid of defensive tackles at 34. I would consider him there. But all right, guys, who's our third pick? We had the first pick in the third round, and we have two picks here. We got 65 and 99. So let's see what we get. So who do we have so far? We got Did we get Shadur in this draft? Guys, let me know. I don't want to go back. We got Shadur in this draft, right? Tyler Booker and Shadur? I'll wait for you guys to answer before we go to 65. This mock's giving me a headache. Nick Skirton falling to 56. I know. Yeah? All right. So we got Shadur at... Oh, yeah, because Jackson Dart went 7th. Yeah, because Jackson... Yo, Shogun, bro. Yo, R.I.P. if that happens, bro. R.I.P. Let's be honest, Shogun. Let's be honest. That is such a Jets thing to do. Let's be real. All right. Ooh! Okay. Praise be to Chad Reuter. I love Darius Alexander. Why is he falling to the third round? Why do I consistently see him falling to the third round? He's a second round guy to me. I would take him 34th. I think he's a pass rushing 3 tech that has the ability to stop the run. Let me pull him up on PFF real quick. .6'4", 310. 6'4", 310. Mostly a 3-gap player. A 3-tech player. Run defense, has a phenomenal run defense. He has like this slick, I don't know how to explain it. He's got this like slick, skinnier frame that he could like, he's not like a wide. He's not very wide, right? His frame is very sleek, slender, where he gets skinny so often and finds himself in the backfield, especially like disrupting the flow and zone. So many times I see him, get skinny and get in between the gap and disrupt the the backfield. I think Darius Alexander is like a perfect scheme fit for the Giants. But hey, getting him at 65, even better. Even better. So we don't even need to talk about him, Tyreek Williams at 34. I'm taking Darius Alexander if he's there at 65. Hell yeah. This is a beautiful pick. No way he falls to the third. It's crazy, Tristan, because this is not the first mock draft. This is not the first mock draft where I see him falling to 65. I've seen multiple people have him drafted at 65. Does he fall that far? I don't know. But I see it a lot. I see it a lot. Landon Jackson, yeah, he's the third-round guy. There goes Tyler Shough. How do you pronounce his name? Shough. Or is it like cough, like Shoff? Is it Shoff? Shuck? I don't know. Everybody says it differently. And I hear some people just say Shuh. Tyler Shough. I don't know. Here goes Milrow. Yo. Tyler Shough getting drafted over Milrow is nasty work. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Nasty work. I like Shough. I do. But, like, does anybody really see this freaking unk, like, being anything in the NFL? I don't know. Jaden Higgins falling this far is nuts. Ben Morrison comes off the board. I haven't done any work on linebackers, but I heard he's the best in the class. Jack Sawyer, third. Never heard of you. Seth McLaughlin. Marcus Yo, I seen a CBS mock draft. Of the Giants taking Marcus Mbo, however you say his name. Third overall. I kid you not. I said, all right, I'm clicking off. I said, all right, I'm clicking off. I'm not watching the rest of this. Hey, MYG31 in the building. What's going on? I'll be so sick if we use one of our thirds on Will Howard. Oh, listen, we have 99 still. Let's see. And he's still on the board. Let's see where we go here. Elijah Arroyo. TJ Sanders, there's so much talented defensive tackles projected to go in day 2, man. So many talented defensive tackles. That's why, like, I'm so excited for day 2, man, because the Giants better take a solid defensive tackle. Kyle McCord, he's gonna be their starting guy. Gotta be, because you got Mason Rudolph and, like, that's it. Kyle McCord's probably gonna be starting in Pittsburgh. Tate Ratledge, yo, he's still rocking the mullet. In the Big 2025. Chandler Martin, Trevor Etienne, Jalen Smith, Terrence Ferguson, Savion Williams. Yo, I don't trust TCU wide receivers ever. I'm never gonna trust a TCU wide receiver ever again. And they always have the same, like, stature, right? Savion Williams is like what, 6'4", something like that. 6'4", 222, like. That's like every TCU wide receiver ever. They wound up being, like, not good. All right, Ty Felton, Deontay Thornton is a little... Oh, we're already at 92. Holy shit. All right, so, yeah. Emory Jones. I like Emory Jones, man. A nice Peebles. Another talented defensive tackle. Smaller guy, though. Who the fuck? I know of Kyle Kennard. I just haven't done any. I'm kind of upset that I don't know much about him. I don't know too much about him. But Kyle Kennard going. So this is the Giants' 4th pick, at second in the 3rd round, and they address edge. They didn't. All right, they addressed. They got DT. All right, I'm not mad at this. They got DT. They got guard, Tyler Booker, and they got Shador. It's not terrible. Yeah, I don't hate this. I'm upset at myself because I don't know too much about Kyle Kennard. I haven't done too much work on edges, to be honest with you. I really like Femi Oladejo. I really like him out of UCLA. Kyle Kennard. So we're keeping the Kennard name going. Keeping the Kennard name going for the Giants for linebackers. All right, so I think that's it. All right, so 4th round, the Giants have, I think they have 104, right? They have 104 and 154. Hard pass on Kyle. Kyle Kennard is a beast. The duality of man. The duality of man. Duality of man. Hold on. Just checking my notifications real quick. So we got Shador, Tyler Booker, Darius Alexander. Whew. Darius Alexander. And then Kyle Kennard. Kennard. Like Devin Kennard. You guys remember Devon Kennard? Why didn't the Giants keep this dude, bro? I love Devon Kennard. I loved him. Jacob Parrish. Oh, we don't have 104. So do we just have 154? Oh, we have 105. 105. Get the hell out of here. Yo, so we're going to go in like 3 straight drafts and draft tight ends. Are we going to do that? Do we just want to have the most like talented tight end room in like football right now? Why are we getting another tight end? And why are we getting another receiving threat? We already have Theo Johnson. And don't we have Greg Dulcich on the roster? We have Greg Dulcich on the roster. The guy can't stay healthy. But damn, like he could be a starter. Harold Fannin. Get the hell out of here, man. What a waste. Not even a running back. Harold Fannin, bro? I'm not touching tight end in this draft. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to, so quit asking. All right, Jalen Royals. Deion Walker, this guy's huge. Oh, who was it? Shogun. Your guy, Ozzy Trapilo, right here. Boston College tackle, senior. Let me look at him real quick. His NFL comparison is Colton McKivitz. All right. I want to see. I'm going to pull up. You guys can't see this. Right? Yeah. I'm going to pull up my draft guide that I have here. And look at him, where he's projected. Ozzy Trapilo. Oh, projected 3rd round guy. He's projected in the 3rd round. They got him in the 4th. So Quincy Riley. Yeah, I saw Quincy Riley's name somewhere. It was in the 3rd round. I saw him already. He's already off the board. I like Deion Walker. There's Will Howard. So they take another like project guy after they got freaking Mahomes Jr. over there. Ratliff, what's his name? Why am I blanking on his name right now? Dylan Gabriel. Yo, what? Yo, Dylan. Yo, Dylan Gabriel. No disrespect, bro. Short Kings. I with my Short Kings over here, but bro, this dude looks like a high schooler, bro. I seen him standing next to. He was standing next to. What was it? I think Marcus Mariota was there. It was like the Oregon quarterbacks. It was Justin Herbert and I think Marcus Mariota standing next to him, and it just looks like he's like their child or something, like a little brother or something like that. That dude is so tiny, and then look at his profile picture here. He's just like he looks like a child. Dylan Gabriel is the definition of a Dolphins quarterback. Yeah, Alec Ayomanor. You know what it is? It's like freaking Steve Smith said he's a tight end at the next level. The dude's like 6'2", 206. How is he a tight end at the next level? He probably plays like one, but he's not. I haven't done any work on it. Here's Braden Swinson. I'm very new to his name now, but a lot of people told me to start watching Braden Swinson because of the mock draft video I made. I think it was Matt Miller's mock draft. Had him being taken by us at like in the 5th round or so. So where are we at? We're in the 5th round. We're around 4 right now. So there's that. Oh no, he was a 4th round. He was our 99th pick, I think. Oh, that was our third. That's our third round pick. I don't know. I can't remember. All right, Swinson, Cam Scatabo. Ooh, that's a good fit for the Titans. Barrett Carter, Ty Robinson, another guy that a lot of people told me to, watch at DT. There's a lot of DTs at this draft, man. A lot of DTs in this draft. Kobe Bryant, no! Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If there's one player that I've watched so far, if there's one player that's going to succeed at the NFL, being drafted in like day 2, day 3, like a guy that's not going to be drafted high, it's going to be Kobe Bryant. The only reason why this guy is falling is because he's tiny, right? The only reason why this guy is falling is because he's tiny. Let me look at his like stats right now. It's like very Cordell Flott-esque, but he's just got so much dog in him. Like he's way better than Cordell Flott. To think that Cordell Flott got drafted to the 3rd round is still nuts to me, but Kobe Bryant, he's 6 foot 180, right? He's smaller, but this guy is definitely a boundary corner, definitely a boundary guy. You know, you would think 6 foot 180, like throw him in a slot, but no, he's a boundary corner, good wingspan, extremely aggressive at the catch point, extremely physical, does not care how big you are, and how much you tower over him. Like he's on you like white on rice, bro. He's stuck on you like glue. He breaks down on routes very quickly because he's, keeps a low center of gravity and he's smaller, So, but if there's one guy that I've watched that I think is going to be a star in the NFL eventually, it's going to be Kobe Bryant. He's going to be good, bro. He's got Mamba mentality. Like, his parents naming him Kobe, obviously it's got to be after the late, great Kobe Bryant. But, like, his personality has transferred into this dude because he's a dog, bro. He's a dog. Another talented DT, Omar Norman Lott. All right. Here we go. 5th round, guys. I think we got one pick here. Yeah, one pick here. 154. One more pick. Tyler Batty. He's a baddie. That's Billy Bowman. That's Bobby Skinner's guy. Savion Jones. All right, almost there. Shamar Turner. Demetrius Knight. Caleb Ransall. I don't know who he is. I'm not familiar with your game, brother. 5'11", 197. All right, so he's even smaller than Kobe, but he weighs a lot more. Production score 55, bro. Well, what are we doing? 4.33. Yeah. Cousin of Dre Kirkpatrick. Interesting. Played cornerback in Alabama. Oh yeah. Dre Kirkpatrick did. No pro comp. Well, I don't like watching. I don't like looking at draft reports for NFL.com because they're like always wrong. Like they've made that a trend. Like they go on Rich Eisen's show and they look at the scouting report and it's always like wrong. I don't like Lance Zierlein's evaluation. I trust my guy Broshmo. If you guys watch Broshmo on YouTube, he's got a draft guide. You pay $30, one-time fee of $30, and he has his whole draft guide there with stats, numbers, rankings, evals, and stuff like that. If I don't know about a player, I go here because I trust him a lot more than a lot of these freaking experts. Let me look at him real quick. What was his name again? Ransall, right? He's a corner, right? Corner at a too late. Why am I not seeing him on here? I'm bugged. All right, Control F. Ransall. He's not on here. Does anybody know who he is? Does anybody know who this fella is? He's not even. Listen, Broshmo does his research. Okay, Broshmo has scouting reports for guys that are not even projected to be drafted. Okay. The fact that I don't have rent, maybe he's there as a slot. He is there as a slot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So he's a slot corner. So why on earth? Let me look at him on PFF. Let me look at his snap count. Cause I'm gonna lose my mind if we're drafting another slot corner. Let me look at where he played in college, because he could just project. He's a slot corner. He's a slot corner. What are we doing? Caleb Ransall is a slot corner. He played safety. He was a slot safety at college. No, man, we don't need that. We don't need that. This is the only problem I have when it comes to like people making mock drafts for teams that don't really know, like long mock draft. Like you could do first round mocks for teams, but like long mock drafts for teams where, you know, you're going into the 5th, 6th round and you're not really hip to the the roster as much as like a Giants fan would be. Like, we don't need another slot corner, bro. Nah, man. I'm not even gonna look at a scouting report, bro. We don't need a slot corner. We don't need a slot safety either. Nah, this is whack. That was a terrible mock draft. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a terrible draft. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me put my face back on here. Oh, there we go. You guys can we'll talk a little bit till we let's pull up our own mock drafts. I'm actually gonna go on YouTube right now. I'm gonna go on YouTube right now and then see if there's anything to react to. I'm just gonna put like New York Giants or Giants. No. Because every time I put Giants, I get baseball shit. See if there's anything worth reacting to. Everybody's talking about, and now everybody's talking about the potential to get Shador and Travis Hunter. We may watch a video from a fellow YouTuber. I'm not gonna get copyrighted for that, and we'll be reacting to it. So I see a couple of his videos sometimes. Matty Dubs, what's his name? Matty Dubs. We may watch his video. It was 7 hours ago. You guys go follow him. But pull up CBS. You're right. CBS Giants mock. I don't want like first round mock drafts. I want like a. Oh, this is a 3-rounder. Fix it next time. Let's do that real quick then, before we react to a video. Let's do that real quick then. All right. This is a 3-round mock, guys. So we're not gonna get too far into it. The 3-round mock. So let's see. Let's see who CBS has them drafting. Let's see. What was this made? Ugh. It's March 19th though. That was a long time ago. We don't have a lot of a lot of that context like thrown out the window. All right, let's just. Fuck. Are you officially on the goon? I'm too. No. Ugh. I got hiccups now, bro. All right, let's go. Yo. CBS just like they either hate the Giants or they just like are on some serious like they're on like the blue meth, bro. They're on that fucking Walter White shit, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, it never ceases to amaze me. Listen, this is a step up from their last mock draft they had for the Giants because they had the Giants taking like Marcus Bowe or whatever his name is, that I think is a tackle out of Purdue or whatever, all the way at number 3 overall. Number 3 overall. I never heard of this guy until he was drafted there. Bro, Armand Membu at 3. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. This tells me that this fellow right here, Chris Trapasso, this fellow right here just is a casual and just looks at the combine. That's it. Because Armand Membu blew up the combine, but he ain't going to 3. Yo, what? I gotta see the rest of these picks. Will Campbell, I never seen that yet. All right, Gentry, Sanders going to 7. I've seen that before. Johnson, Shamar, Tech going to San Fran is weird. I mean, yeah, they have no wide receivers there, but they need trenches. They need trenches. Shout out to Chris Trapasso. This is the most Dallas Cowboys pick of all time. This is the most Dallas Cowboys pick of all time. I will not be surprised. I haven't seen this before. I have not seen James Pierce being mocked here before. But I'm not going to lie. That is the most Dallas Cowboys pick of all time. My God. I ain't mad at it. Yo, you have problems off the field. You got problems listening to authority. You got problems with your questions about how much you love the game. And you're an edge rusher? Come to Dallas. We got a spot for you here, brother. We got a spot for you here. Tyler Warren, Mikkel. Donovan Jackson going this high. What? All right, Nick Manwari, Derek Harmon. Whoa. A trade. You're going to trade up for Derek Harmon? In a defensive tackle class like this? All right, in this swap, the Jaguars send 36, their second round pick, 70. No way! In a mock draft where defensive tackle is extremely heavy, no pun intended, for defensive tackles in day 2 and 3, you're going to trade your second and 2 third-round picks in the same draft? I would take that if I'm Denver. What the hell? Chavon Rev. Yo, what is this guy doing? Yo, shout out to Emory Hunt, bro. I've been following Emory Hunt since he had like 0 subscribers, bro. I swear, I kid you not. I've been following Emory Hunt since he had no subscribers on YouTube, and he was making videos on like prospects that nobody ever heard of, like freaking Division 3 people. Shout out to Emory Hunt, bro. I love seeing him on TV, bro. Love seeing him on TV. Jalen Walker. Mecca Ibuka. Boy, the Titans. I guess so. I like a Mecca Ibuka, and they need help. Bro, my sinuses are going crazy right now. Before we get to round 2, give me a second, guys. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm back. Sinuses go crazy. when I'm like talking too much on live. All right. Luther Burden going, whoa, why are they getting a receiver already? I love Luther Burden. He should go in the first round. But that's weird. Walter Nolan, no! No! They traded for Gray Zabel. I don't hate that. Josh Simmons. Oh, come on, man. Stop. I hate when people do this, bro. They put the first round and they put a whole description and they make it all nice. And then second, third round and beyond, they just freaking throw all the names in there, bro. There's no anticipation. Give me anticipation, man. Oh, my God. Yo, if this... Yo, I know we had this whole conversation with Abdul Carter and like where are you gonna put Abdul Carter or whatever like that if you draft him or whatever. But in the second round and Mike Green is available, stop it, bro. Stop it. You gotta take him. You gotta take. I know we have DT. You can get a DT in round 3, bro. You talking about Mike Green in the second round? Phone it in, man. Phone it in. Phone it in. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He can be a strong side edge. He's explosive enough to me. He could be a strong side edge. Yo, what? Take this in a second. I'll take that in a second. If Travis and Abdul are both there at 3, would you trade pick 3 to the Pats for a haul and still get Abdul at 4? Yeah, but what would the haul be? You're going 1 pick. You're not going to get a haul because they're not trading for you. There's no quarterback premium on it. You're not going to get much of it. You're probably just going to get like a 4th. You're probably just going to get like a 4th round pick. I don't know. I think I'd rather just take Travis. You're not going to get a haul. Josh Connerly falling all the way here and Kansas City trading up to is redonkulous. Maxwell Harrison is falling. Yo, I'm taking my Green, bro. That's never gonna happen, but I'm taking my Green if he's there. What? Oh, there it is. 65, Jalen Milroe. Okay, I've been more and more open to getting Jalen Milroe. I've been more and more open after I've been talking, to you guys about it. I got this random fly, like this tiny little fly that's like all over the camera. He's gonna show up there, just gonna run. But I've been more and more open to Jalen Milroe. Like getting him in like the 3rd round, because you guys know previously I said that I don't want if you're not gonna get a quarterback in the 1st round, I don't want one at all. I'm not against Jalen Milroe in the 3rd. We have a decent amount of picks in the first 100 picks, so it's like we got 4 picks in 3 rounds, so it's like maybe you go ahead and take a swing at Milroe and see what happens. You know what I mean? My only thing is that I don't want the Giants to wait around for Jalen Milroe. Like next year, if the Giants aren't in position to draft another quarterback, I don't want Jalen Milroe to be the guy that they don't get a quarterback for. And they say, oh, well, we drafted one in the 3rd round. Let's hope that we struck gold in the 3rd round for like the next Russell Wilson or whatever, because he was also drafted in the 3rd. You know what I mean? You're absolutely right, Mysterious. It's a safe pick. There's no risk involved. I get that. My only thing is that I don't want the Giants to hold on to Jalen Milroe and skip out on a quarterback because they're trying to find the easy way out and want to force a 3rd round pick to work out. You know what I'm saying? So because he has all the thing is with Jalen Milroe, he's such an interesting guy, is because his ceiling is that of a top-tier quarterback that you can draft in the 1st round. He's just not even close to there yet. Like, you see it all in parts, right? But he's not built up to that. So, I just don't want the Giants to wait around to try to build him up. You know, you can still try to build him up while still addressing the quarterback position in other drafts. You know what I mean? So that's all. And if Jalen Milroe winds up being an extremely good quarterback and Daboll is able to unlock that in him, then hey, we just got a franchise quarterback in the 3rd round. Amazing, right? And a guy that's one of the, I thought Jaden Daniels was my favorite running quarterback I've ever watched. You know what I mean? But Jalen Milroe was like nuts, right? You already have that element to him. So, you know. Yo, you know what's crazy, guys? Jalen Milroe is one of those guys where if he doesn't work out at quarterback, you got to start having a conversation of him being a running back because how natural he is as a runner. And the vision that he has and the start and stop ability and the change of direction. Like, you got to wonder, could he be a running back at the next level if he doesn't work out at quarterback? You know, it's not a Lamar Jackson situation where when Bill Polian said that in 2017 or 2018, I thought that was the weirdest take of all time for a former like Hall of Fame like GM to say, to switch Lamar Jackson to wide receiver. You never saw this guy run a route in your entire life or catch the football or anything like that, you know, coming out of Louisville. Jalen Milroe, you've seen him tuck the ball and run and be a runner and have a lot of design quarterback runs for him. Like, Jalen Milroe, if he doesn't work out at quarterback, you could have a conversation of him making a position change like a Terrell Pryor, you know, and he may help his career tremendously. Yeah, we have it with our own Tyrone Tracy switching from wide receiver to running back. So, all right, let's go to 99, guys. Let's go to 99. We're gonna go. Whoop! Oh, who's that? Who's that random AI generated lady there? What is this? What is it? Why? Okay. Can we look at the Giants tight end room right now, and why are these mainstream guys constantly putting a tight end for the Giants? Like, what is this? I don't even know who this guy is. Jalen Conyers. I don't even know who this guy is. Why are we constantly getting tight ends put on the Giants? For what? You have Theo Johnson and Daniel Bellinger there. Like, what do you need to go in the 3rd round and get another tight end for? And people are looking at our rosters, I assume if you're making a mock draft, you're looking at rosters, right? And trying to see where you could pin people in. You got Greg Dulcich on like a reserve contract. Like, he's gonna get a shot. Like, and if he's healthy, he's a guy that can start. Like, I don't get them. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then we have that blocking tight end that we have. You know? I'm blanking on names. When I'm live, I blank on names. Chris Manhertz. There we go. Chris Manhertz. You got him on the roster. Like, well, what do you need another tight end, especially in the 3rd round for? What a waste. What an absolute waste. What an absolute waste. Let's react to a video, guys, before we call it a day. Let's react to a video, because it's gonna be about Travis Hunter and Shador. Let me see first, because it is a fellow content creator. No, I don't want to like take his content. All right, so this I guess this is gonna be like a take video, kind of a scenario video. So like, yeah, like we could react to it. Let me add it to the stage. Let me cut this off. Put this on. Let me make sure I don't X out the StreamYard. Because I don't be thinking sometimes. Let me make sure I don't X out the StreamYard. Theater mode. About right. Let's see a different take from a different YouTuber. Let's see. Says the New York Giants are about to break the NFL draft, and the thumbnail is Dable, Shedeur, and Travis Hunter. So let's see what Matty Dubs has to say about the Giants' potential draft situation. Can you guys hear it? Hold on. I'm going to...
The New York Giants
and
Brian Daboll are in a very interesting position in the NFL draft, sitting at that number 3 pick behind the Titans, who seem like they're going to go Cam Ward.
Y'all can hear that? Hopefully this brother evaded copyright, because I'm not trying to hit copyright too. Can you guys hear that? Make sure you guys can hear it, because I don't want to be playing the video and you guys are like, there's no audio. There's no audio. Yo, yes or no, guys? Come on, pick it up here. Thank you, Mike. Golly, what are we dealing with? You guys are asleep over here? Come on. All right, let's go.
But again, you never really know. And then the Cleveland Browns
Toba,
at number
what's up,
2
Toba?
could go in a multitude of different directions. They could take Abdul Carter to pair him up with Myles Garrett. They could take Travis Hunter to pair him up with Denzel Ward and that already insane DB room. Or they could even take a guy like Shedeur Sanders, leaving the Giants in, I would say, an interesting spot, but also a very good spot as well. Now, the minute the Giants signed not only Jameis Winston, but also followed up by signing Russell Wilson, I kind of figured that they weren't going to go quarterback. And we all know one thing.
I will say, I also thought this as well. I thought, all right, first of all, they really tried hard to get Matt Stafford, right? They really tried their best to get Matt Stafford. But then Matt Stafford sort of like bamboozled us and was like, hey, I wasn't going to you guys anyway. I just used you guys as leverage to get a deal done with the Rams and whatever. So the Giants kind of got hoed there, right? The Giants kind of got bitched up there. And then they go ahead and get Jameis. And I'm like, okay, I'm not completely out of the realm of possibility that they're going to get a quarterback. I'm like, they got Jameis. I mean, it's Jameis Winston. I mean, he's never left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and was looked at to be the starter. You know what I mean? When he was with the Saints, he was a backup. When he was with the Browns, he was a backup. So I didn't expect him to come to the Giants and be the projected starter. You know, I was still thinking Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are still probably a possibility here. Then they draft I gotta stop saying draft. Sign Russell Wilson. Then they signed Russell Wilson. And admittedly so, I was like, okay, maybe they're just not looking at quarterback this year because of everything that I mentioned already. They got Jameis, they got Russell, they tried to get Matt Stafford. They were on their knees gawking for Aaron Rodgers, which I still don't understand why. But they finally, you know, took their head out the freaking dirt and went in a different direction. Because it made no sense to wait for a 41-year-old quarterback. But with all that being said, I'm like, damn, maybe they just really don't want a quarterback this year. They know they're not getting Cam Ward. And maybe they're just not in love with Shedeur or Jackson Dart or whoever. And they just are skipping out. But I'm thinking about it now. And I'm like, it could make sense at number 3 to get Shedeur Sanders. If you love him. With Russell Wilson, with Jameis Winston, because now you have you're not expecting him to start. There is no fear that, a guy's going to get hurt and you have to put Shedeur in early, you know, and force him to play. Even though I think Shedeur can play at this level right now, and mechanics are great, all that being said. But, you know, you never want to rush the process, whatever process that you have, you never want to rush it. You know, you got Russell. If he goes down, you got Jameis. He goes down, you got Shedeur. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense to have Shedeur on the roster. So I understand it. Now I understand it. But like Matty Dub said, if you guys, I'm going to put his link in the description if I make this a pre-record. But follow Matty Dubs, man. Follow Matty Dubs. I'm going to subscribe to him right now. Matty Dubs, subscribe. You guys need to go subscribe to him. But yeah, I was in agreement with him as well. But he's probably going to go in the same direction we've been talking about for a while.
Is for certain Joe Shane and Brian Daboll are on their last leg. If they have another losing season this year, there will be no experiment with Shedeur Sanders. If you take him at 3 and you had a bad season, you're done. You're not getting another chance in this organization. You will be fired. So I think they have...
I don't necessarily know that. I don't necessarily know that. I think Authentic said it here. I don't know if Authentic's in the building. I think Authentic said it here. He said, I don't think you guys realize how much. I think he said this. It could be. I could be mistaken for somebody else. But he's like, I don't know. I don't think you guys understand how much that organization likes Joe Shane. Like the way we think about Joe Shane as a fan base is different than how they think of Joe Shane in the organization. And I agree with that. Now, I don't think Brian Dable should be the first one fired, to be honest with you. I don't think that. But I think he would be the first to go. I think for whatever reason, this organization has an infatuation with Joe Shane. I do think that. So I don't think that if they have a bad season and they draft Shedeur at 3, that they're just going to be let go. I think they're going to be able to give them more of a chance with Shedeur. I think so.
Have to go best player available. And take a look at the news that we actually just heard. Just yesterday, Deion Sanders said this about potentially Shedeur Sanders and or Travis Hunter going to Cleveland.
It was charming, it was engaging, and it was cool. It was all right. He's a good guy, and I like him.
Coach,
I think one of those guys gonna be there.
Kayla, go ahead.
Yo, can I just talk about real quick the freaking shift that Deion Sanders made? You guys remember back in the early process when Deion was like so confident, like Shedeur's going number 1. No doubt, Shedeur is going number 1. It's just, there's not even a debate. And you know what? If Shedeur doesn't go number 1, we're going to be able to control where Shedeur goes. Like, whoever's picking number 1, if we don't like it, we'll go somewhere else. They're going to be we are going to, he said this word for word, I will pull an Eli Manning. He said word for word, I will pull an Eli Manning. That propaganda didn't work. And like, people are now starting to realize the gap between Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. That didn't work. And now Deion Sanders is like, nah, I'm just happy to be here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just happy to be here. We are just, I think he said something about we're blessed or something like that, which is how they should have approached it in the beginning. I get the confidence level, but it's like, damn, the shift that Deion Sanders had from early on in the draft process to now, where before, if Shedeur was taken number 1 overall and he was a consensus guy, he might have pulled out of Cleveland. He might have said, no, we ain't going to Cleveland. But now it's sort of messing with Shedeur Sanders and his stock. Deion Sanders is. You know what I mean? I'm sure a part of that definitely takes into play. That's why he kind of had to tone down that talk a little bit. But you guys remember how crazy he was talking before.
Now, you may be asking yourself, what does Shedeur Sanders and or Travis Hunter potentially going to the Browns have to do anything with the New York Giants? Well, this is massive news because, one, if they take Shedeur Sanders, the Giants are in prime position to take 2 of the most generational non-QB position players in this draft by far, Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter. Both of them, or at least one of them, will be there at 3 no matter what. But more importantly, you could have your choice of either or. So again, the Giants are in primetime position. Now, let's look at this other news source that just broke as well. There are NFL teams that feel like the Giants will draft either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. Again, whoever is there, they're going to use that best player available type of draft strategy.
Possibly.
Now, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think the draft strategy should be? Should it be best player available? Should it be quarterback? Should they try to find the future, right? Who to give the keys?
What do you guys think? BPA or need? BPA or quarterback? Let me know in the comments. Everybody just put it. BPA or quarterback? Let me know.
After Russell Wilson, after Jameis Winston, because we all know they aren't long-term solutions. But is Shedeur Sanders good enough? Or is he another big risk for the franchise to take? While Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter look like they could be generational type of players from day one. Travis Hunter playing both sides of the football. Abdul Carter lining up alongside Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. We all know the best thing or the most important thing in football is to get to the opposing team's quarterback and or protect your own quarterback. Abdul Carter is going to help you right away. So there's a lot of options. Which one do you guys think is the best? Now, in this video, what I want to do is break down some film. I want to show you each and every single one of these guys, why I think they could be really big-time upgrades for the Giants. Before we dive in, hit the like button. Comment down below P2 do you want more of these Giants updates. Let's kind of dive into some film. All right, now, as we dive into the film...
No, I can't do this. I don't know if he's going to get copyrighted for it. I don't know if he's gonna get copyrighted for it. I got copyrighted a couple times for showing draft film. Let's see his takes on Abdul and Shadur.
Of Abdul Carter, you guys are gonna realize, like, yo, if he's there at 3, we need to take this guy. Absolute stud, right? He's a leader in the locker room. Has gotten to, you know, some issues.
Except he's a fucking Philly fan. He's a Philly fan. Damn. A lot of these Penn State guys are. Micah Parsons too.
Certain times, but overall, this dude is a dog on the football field. We're gonna see him lower his center of gravity, start slow, accelerate fast, right, and then boom, lower that shoulder underneath the right shoulder of the tackle, dip underneath, and explode through, getting to the quarterback for a sack, right? But if you go back and look at, let's say, the next pressure coming off the left side here,
this guy's
right,
nuts,
every single time, he's having a combination of different pass rush moves that he can win with at the start. Here's a power move, right? So last time we see him use the speed, the acceleration, the body control, and now we see him use the strength, understanding his opponents, understanding who he's going up against, and now bullying him into the front side.
I don't know if he's not seeing it, but yes, he used power here, right? Abdul used power here, but there's been a lot of times where Abdul runs into these guys and just doesn't know how to use his arms to beat the tackle around the corner, so he'll use the power.
Understanding his opponent. Here
is a good example of just him just showing power, but I've saw on many occasions Abdul using power, trying that second effort rush, and just not able to break off a little bit because he's still learning as an edge defender, and he uses a lot of his athletic ability to get around the corner and beat tackles, but there's still a lot of refinement that he needs to. He's not a finished product. Oh, snap. Wait, let me switch the tabs. I have the tab open. Keep the audio and just switch the tabs. Wait, can you guys not hear it? Keep the audio on and just switch it. Oh, you're talking about to avoid copyright. You're right. Yeah, but it's a film study. I don't want you guys to just hear it and not see it. Don't worry. In post editing, I know what you guys are saying. I get it now. I'm saying in post editing, I'll be able to figure it out. I'll put it in like black and white or something like that.
Who he's going up against, and now
I appreciate you guys though.
Bullying him into the front side of the quarterback. Again, I look at this dude and I say, generational. This is a guy that can affect the quarterback on every single team. And again,
could be
if I'm the Giants, I look at that and I'm like,
could be. He's not a finished product. Could be generational.
Like, yo, that could be deadly. Now, one more thing I want to show you is a lot of time you'll see him play in that 5 technique. Let him have that space to get to the outside. But then
that's not the 5, brother. That's the 7. He's way outside the tackle. That's 7.
You see times where he's not in a 5 tech, he's in a 4-eye or a 3 technique, right? So the versatility alone is something that I'm very excited about for Giants fans saying, yeah, well, we wouldn't fit our system because we already have Kayvon Thibodeau, we already have Brian Burns. Well, now you add a versatility. We just saw what the Eagles did, right? Have a ton of different guys that you can throw into the game to bring pass rush. Yeah, not only would you have 2 of the best in the game, and Brian Burns, or obviously Kayvon Thibodeau has a lot of work to do, but Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, I mean, this team would be explosive. Look at this play. Spins off, gets into the lane, and then helps his teammate initiate that pressure for a sack. This guy is someone I am high on. I think he's going to be a dog. Now, there's Travis Hunter. I do not know how any team could pass up on this type of athlete with the ability to be a day 1 starting wide receiver, an alpha, maybe even the best route runner in this draft by far.
Oh, whoa. Best route runner? Did you guys see the David Sills route run that he was doing? He was doing at his pro day? Best route runner? Listen, Travis Hunter is extremely talented. Do not get me wrong. But Travis Hunter is not there yet as a route runner. He has a good release game. He's not there yet as a route, like his cuts on those deeper stemming routes are not sharp. Those post routes, out routes, things like that, they're not sharp. It's almost like Malik Neighbors where he just uses explosiveness to get out, you know what I mean? Where it's not there yet. Like Malik Neighbors is not there as a route runner yet. I don't know, like you got a guy like Luther Burden in the draft right now who's a phenomenal route runner. Matthew Golden is the best route runner in this draft, bar none. Bar none, Matthew Golden is the best route runner in this draft. The disrespect. I love Travis Hunter at both positions, but he's not the best route runner in this draft, brother. Stop.
But also a lockdown deep.
Emeka Ibuka's a great route runner. Yeah, absolutely, truth bearer, absolutely. Wide receiver 1. I actually don't even know about that. It's debatable. I like Tet. I like Tet at wide receiver, but I can see why people like Travis at number 1 receiver. But I like Tet a lot.
I don't know how someone could pass up this type of generational talent. Now look at this play. We're going to get initial release up onto like a comeback route. We're going to get this go ball, this wheel route down the left sideline, and then we're going to get this flat by the running back. Now, as a cloud flat defender, you are in a really tough position because not only do you have to cover...
Yo, Maddie, if you ever see... Because I'm going to make this a pre-record. If you ever see this video, yo, Maddie got 151K subs? Jesus, I thought he was a smaller YouTuber. Yo, Maddie, if you see this, yo, hit me up and let me know what software you're using to write over the film. I need to know. I want to add that to my my film studies because I don't know what I can use to do that, and it still comes out good. Like I need that. Yo, hit me up, Maddie.
This area, but you also have to cover the flats as well. And whenever you're in a zone coverage, your main responsibility is to read the quarterback's side. So you're going to see he's going to open up to the sideline, keep everything in front of him, but he's going to read this quarterback. What are you going to do, big fella, right? So as he drops back, he sees the quarterback look down the field. I don't know why the quarterback doesn't throw this ball, but again, it's because Travis Hunter's there. He's like, I don't even want to risk it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
Why would he throw the ball, brother?
Back doesn't throw this.
He's not even looking at him. That's a tight window.
Ball.
You look at this linebacker right here. I mean, you got to be, I don't know who this is, but you got to be pretty damn solid to throw in anticipation like this with a linebacker here.
But again, it's because Travis Hunter's there. He's like, I don't even want to risk it. So what I'm going to do...
Yeah, look at this. Look at this gap. You're not fitting that between that linebacker. That linebacker's got depth. It's a post route. You got to wait till he's over. Unless you're really confident in your arm. That's not getting there. He didn't throw that for that reason.
I don't know why the quarterback doesn't throw this ball, but again, it's because Travis Hunter's there. He's like, I don't even want to risk it. So
it's not because of Travis Hunter. It's an in-breaking route.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw into the flats. Now, all day, every day, when this ball is released, look at how much ground, how much separation between Travis Hunter and the flat running back, right? There's a ton. There is an insane amount of space in that flat. Look at this. Jump.
Beautiful. Yeah, I saw this.
Ability to read this play, but not only read it, make a play on it. I mean, you talk about the separation between him and the tight end. I mean, it is unbelievable. The ground this dude can make up, and it's not just this game. It's almost every...
What I love about Travis Hunter the most is that he's versatile in his scheme. A lot of times you're just gonna see cornerbacks come out. For example, let me look at some of the top cornerbacks in here. Let me look at some of the top cornerbacks in this draft. Will Johnson. Will Johnson is going to be very dependent on being, I know Broshmo has him as a versatile guy. I don't think so. I think Will Johnson is more of a off coverage zone cover guy. You know, I don't think he's going to do well in man defenses. I think Will Johnson is a zone guy. Jahdae Barron, zone guy. Trey Amos, he's going to be like a press and bail man corner. Benjamin Morrison is gonna be to me like a off coverage guy. You know, Maxwell Hairston to me is an off zone coverage guy. Like these guys are like in very specific niches, like very I can't even talk. Specific, very specific schemes for the defense. Travis Hunter is special to me in the respects that he can play zone coverage. He can play closer to the line in press man. Now, he's not exactly the greatest press man corner. He can play man coverage, but him jamming at the line is just not there yet. But it's not something to be worried about. But he can play in man. He can he has great route recognition because his IQ is insane. As a wide receiver and corner, he can diagnose concept so quickly. You could see it on the field. Him able to split routes. You know, you got a slot guy and an outside guy, and they're both stemming upfield, and he's able to split with them and sort of diagnose what they're doing. You know, same thing as a wide receiver. He's able to find soft spots in zone. He's able to manipulate man coverage, off zone coverage, stuff like that. That's why I like Travis Hunter so much. He's the best corner in this draft for sure. Best corner because he's that versatile. He can play any scheme you want him to play. And not just, you know, not just saying that oh, he's just a talented cornerback. You can put him anywhere. No, literally, this guy can play any scheme you ask him to do.
Every single game that he was in, look, we got press man coverage to the top side, right? These are times where quarterbacks are like, yeah, I'm going to eat this up, press man coverage. We throw it quick. Look at the reaction time. Jumps this route. I mean, guys, this is unbelievable. So, again, he's going to press release, look at the quarterback, look at the reaction time. Ball, oh, my dude.
This guy, yo, this guy is, exactly how this guy said it is what I did when I would watch Travis Hunter. His IQ is insane. Like he's doing exactly what I just said. He's splitting. He's gonna split the routes. So he's playing zone, but he puts himself in position to have that quarterback that no matter where he throws the ball, Travis Hunter is going to be able to make an impact on it. You know, he's not putting too much attention to this outside guy, and he's not completely biting on this. He's splitting the routes. All right? You're playing zone cover. He's just playing it to perfection. He's playing it like a pro.
Look at the quarterback. Look at the reaction time. Ball. Oh, my dude.
Hey, you could tell that he put his hand on his head. It's
It
fucking
doesn't make
nuts.
sense. How? We're looking at the DB side of the ball. The instincts of this dude, incredible. And then there's Shedeur Sanders, who I like Shedeur Sanders. Is he your future? He could be. There is a very good chance he could be the Giants' future at the quarterback position. However, do Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen have enough time to draft a quarterback, develop him behind Russell Wilson, Jameis
I think so, Maddie. I think so. I think they do.
Winston, and still keep their jobs if they have a bad season in year one? I don't know. The best option is probably taking someone that can affect the game right away. When you look at Shedeur Sanders, not only do I think he's going to be a good quarterback, I think he could be great. He has shown a lot of great skill set. But
That's a beautiful throw.
Is he day one starting capability? I don't think so. I think he's got a little bit of growth to take a little bit of growth needs to take place. But overall, I think he's a good player. I don't think the Giants go in this direction though. I really don't. I think Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, it's a hit. You don't have to worry about it busting. I think those are hits no matter what, at least in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Would you take?
So that was a great video, Maddie. Everybody give Maddie a follow, bro. Everybody give Maddie a follow. Shout out to Maddie. Good content. He gave his take. I'll kind of rebut that a little bit. One, I think Shedeur Sanders can start day one. I think because when you're talking about a quarterback starting day one, what are you really talking about? It's not the physical stuff. It's the mental stuff, right? It's can you learn the offense immediately? Can you work physical as well? But do you have a good drop back? Do you have a good release? How accurate are you, in your collegiate level? These are not questions with Shedeur Sanders. His drop back, his mechanics, his release, his ability to read a defense. Now, a lot of people are saying that he has elite processing. I don't know where they're getting that from. There's a reason why he has the most self-induced pressure in this draft class with 26.8%. Because when defenses are moving around their coverages and he's not able to find not his first, he's not a one read guy. I'm not saying that. But like he gets a little flustered sometimes. And his anticipation isn't quite there as well. But he can start day one. He's very accurate. His ball placement is excellent, probably the best in the class, right? With ball placement, and he's got great mechanics, a good drop back, and a solid release. I wouldn't say it's like phenomenal. It's a solid release. So, and the whole thing with his arm. When I say he has a weak arm, I'm not saying he has not an NFL arm. I'm saying by like NFL stick, because everybody's gonna say like, oh, but he throws this pass and this pass, Kid Blue, look at this pass and stuff like that. Yes, he's had some really good throws, some jaw-dropping throws. I say in this class, if you're asking a quarterback to make a hole shot in between cover two on a corner route, give me Iguodala, right? Give me Shedeur Sanders. Give me Shedeur Sanders to make that hole shot on a slot corner route in between a cover two. He can make those throws over defenders, right? It's not a question of like, I don't think he has an NFL arm. He has an NFL arm. I'm just saying by like starting quarterback standards, it's just not superb. Like it's not like it's something that is going to concern you. Is what I'm gonna say. It's something that is going to concern you. If you even look at his zips over the middle, like a slot post route, right? When he's trying to hit like Travis on a slot post or something like that. I've seen it multiple times where he gets it there with great velocity, but he's putting everything into that throw. Like his foot raises up and everything. Same thing I see with Jackson Dart. I see the same thing where his foot raises all the way up. That's indicating that they're putting a lot into that throw. They're putting a lot of mustard into it. Now, that's going to be concerning at the NFL level, man. That's going to be concerning at the NFL level. You know, you look at a guy like Cam Ward, and he's able to throw a post over the middle and not even whip his hip. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot of problems with Cam Ward as well. Don't get me wrong. We can get into that too. But, you know, there is questions about Shedeur Sanders. But I think he can still start day one. I think you're not going to have a perfect quarterback prospect starting day one. Every quarterback prospect has their issues. And I don't even care if they're like even Pat Mahomes. I mean, Pat Mahomes wasn't a perfect quarterback prospect at all. I hate when people start to compare him all the time. Like, guys, he wasn't the best thing you've ever seen. Nobody expected him to be the best quarterback in the NFL. Nobody expected that. Josh Allen, nobody expected that. Lamar Jackson, nobody expected that. Lamar Jackson had a lot of growing to do, even after he was a starter, you know, and he got there. Shedeur could start day one. The question is, how good will he be day one? How good would he be day one? I think all the in-betweens, all the in-between the ear stuff is there. It's fine, to be honest with you. So, it's there. It's there. There's a lot of stuff he has to work on. A lot of stuff he has to work on. That's why I don't really consider him number 3, like a number 3 overall prospect. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Shedeur Sanders. I just, on my confidence level on him, like, to me, if you're going to draft a quarterback 3rd overall, your confidence level as a GM, I don't know how they feel about Shedeur Sanders, I'm just saying myself. Your confidence level as a GM has to be a 10 out of 10, or at least like a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, right? You gotta love this guy. You can't just pick him just because you need a quarterback. My confidence level in Shedeur Sanders is like a 6 out of 10. Like, I see a lot of issues when I watch him. The self-induced pressure, the when you're throwing downfield on those boundary like 9 routes is just not his forte. It's not good. Yes, there's going to be the apologists out there that is going to send me a clip of him doing it. It's not like he can't do it. It's not he can't do it. But there's so many times where Travis Hunter is bailing it. Travis Hunter almost tore his hamstring catching a touchdown on an underthrown ball from Shedeur Sanders. I think it was against UCF. Like, he did the banana split. He had to stop on a dime and did the banana split and made an amazing grab for a touchdown. But nobody's going to talk about it because it was like a 40-yard play for a touchdown. Nobody's going to talk about that because on the stat sheet, it resulted to points. But, man, it's concerning to see. It's concerning to see. Shedeur fan club going to be pulling the receipts on you today? I know. Yo, they came at me today. Yo, Jaden, you saw that? They came at me today. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I watched this, bro. I've been on YouTube too long, man. I've been on YouTube too long. I've been in social media for too long. I've had like I'm not famous. Not all. I got 9K subs. I mean, I appreciate you all, but I'm not like, you know, a big shot. But I have a certain audience on here. You don't think I have these people DMing me, commenting, tweeting me, all this crazy stuff? I'm not going to let anybody bully me into liking a prospect if I just don't have that confidence in them. You can convince me. We can have talks and conversations. You can convince me. But if you think you guys can just like start spewing derogatory terms at me until I like somebody, it's just not going to happen. I trust my own film. I don't look at draft experts. I watch my own film. I've been doing it for years now. I've gotten a really good knowledge on what I'm watching, you know? So, not saying that Shedeur's not going to work out or is going to work out or nothing like that, you know? My confidence is just like at a 6 out of 10 for Shedeur Sanders, you know? I would be a lot happier if the Giants could find a way to get him not with the 3rd pick. You know, like I said, if the Giants traded down to 8 or 10 or something like that, and they were able to get another 1st-round pick next year, I'll take Shedeur because you're getting another 1st-round pick next year. I'll take him. You're making up for it with the 1st-round pick next year. I'll do it. But I don't know about 3. You guys get what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people are going to come at me and say, but the impact, if you're willing to take him at 10, you should be willing to take him at 3 because the impact, because if he works out, it's not going to matter where he was taken. I get that. Like I said, but my confidence level isn't there on him. That's it. My confidence level is not there on him. Let's see. Who do you want at 3? That's a good question. Cam Ward. Cam Ward is who I want at 3. No, in all seriousness, I'm floating between Abdul Carter and Travis. I'm floating between them two, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I am getting like not talked into it. I am opening up. I've already talked about this many times. I'm opening up to Shedeur at 3. I'm opening up to it for the reasons I mentioned before that I'm not gonna get into now, and I don't want to go on a whole another tirade. But I'm opening up to it just because, you know, the Giants have already addressed a lot of positions. You know, the cornerback, wide receiver, edge rusher. They've already invested a lot in those positions. That is it really necessary to get those guys like Abdul and Travis, you know? But that's all depending on your philosophy. You want to go BPA or do you want to get the quarterback now? You know, do you see yourself in position to get a quarterback next year? Do you like the quarterbacks next year? Are you willing to take that risk? Or do you want to go BPA now? Or you want to get the quarterback now? You know, those are all things I need to factor into it. Good thing this is not my job, right? Because I would have more freaking ganas than I already do. You know, you guys can already see the gray hairs shining. You guys can already see the gray hairs shining. But yeah, I'd be very stressed out if I was the Giants GM right now. If I was Joe Schoen, I'd be very stressed out. So yeah. I love Abdul Carter. I think he could be a Micah Parsons type player. Not Micah Parsons, because Micah Parsons is different in respects. I think he's more of a strong side. I think Micah Parsons can handle a strong side role more than Abdul. I think Abdul Carter is more of a weak side edge than Micah Parsons, where you could put him pretty much anywhere. He's a lot thicker and wider and stronger, in my opinion. But I really do think Abdul Carter can be a Micah Parsons type player. I really do think that. The thing is that everybody keeps saying is how much is that going to impact the Giants, and it's a fair question to ask. It's absolutely when people say that they want Shedeur Sanders and they bring that up to me, where it's like, yo, KB, we've had Odell Beckham here, we've had Dexter Lawrence, we have Dexter Lawrence here, we've had a lot of star players, you know. What happens when you get a guy like Abdul Carter, where he's gonna put up amazing stats? You have Malik Neighbors. What happens when you get all these guys, and you don't have a quarterback? I agree with you. I agree with you. My thing is, if you're not sold on a quarterback now, you build your roster so that when you do have your quarterback, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. You know. So that's my philosophy on it. What will make you rage, or better yet, piss you off at 3? A lineman. If you guys didn't see Brett Coleman, listen, people thought that I was hating on Brett Coleman on that video, and I hope if Brett Coleman ever sees that video, I hope he doesn't think that as well. But Brett Coleman made one of the most outlandish mock drafts for the Giants ever when he did the I'm gonna show you guys now. I'll show you guys now. Yeah. Listen, I'll be doing my own video. Maybe I copyright myself. Yo, if I copyright myself, would I get more money? If I put a copyright claim on myself, what happens? Let me show you guys now. Cody, I'm gonna show you. Cody, I'm gonna show you what would piss me off. All right. Look no further than the video I made. This legitimately triggered me. I'm not gonna lie to you. So much so that I didn't even watch the rest of their video. I did not watch the rest of their video. I'm not gonna play the video because I don't want to hear my own voice. That's cringy. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna show you guys what they did. Look at that handsome face right there. That's a good looking guy right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. A good looking guy that got a nice haircut that I also need to do at some point this week. All right, so yo, my face is there too much. All right, so here's what the scenario. All right, guys. Here's the scenario. Brett Coleman said, "Hey, you're at number 3. he brought up the Abdul Carter stuff that we talked about before. You got Kayvon, this, that, and the third. And Travis Hunter's already taken. And he said it's too early for Shedeur. Fine. He said, all right, let's look at a trade down scenario. I said, oh my God, like, it's going to be 2021 all over again. The Giants miss out on Micah Parsons. They trade down, get a first-round pick, draft Kadarius Toney, then use the other one on Kayvon, and it still doesn't amount to a guy like Micah Parsons, right? So they trade down. This is the trade compensation. So they trade down with the Carolina Panthers. Am I sharing right now? Yeah, I am. All right. They trade down with the Carolina Panthers, and they get this. I think this is too easy of a thing. They're not going to trade their first 3 picks. I don't think so. I think they will use a little bit more of their 2026, and the Giants would have to like equal it out with something of their own. You know what I mean? I think this is just too easy. Especially you're not getting a quarterback. They're going to draft Abdul Carter. So instead of drafting Abdul Carter, they give up 8, 57, 74 and round 2 next year. Not even a first round pick next year. Which I understand that this is on the trade value chart, this is equal, right? It's of good compensation, but give me that first round. You could keep that second rounder. Give me a first round next year, and I'll give you back like a third rounder next year or something like that, you know, to try to equal it out. But give me that first rounder. Give me that first rounder next year. Anyway. So that's that, right? And I'm like, okay, we're going to trade down. You know, if Mason Graham is there, you probably get him, right? Fill out that defensive line a little bit more. Or you trade down, and I'd be okay with Shedeur Sanders because you're getting some draft capital. No, that is not where they go. That is not where they go. This is where they go. Oh, hold on. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. I'll just play this for you guys then. For sure, I'm Mason Graham. But I thought they were going to go Shedeur. No, they don't even go Mason Graham or Shedeur Sanders. Right, shut up. Hurry up. Look who they go here.
Oh, man. I do so love watching you paint yourself into the corner of the kitchen.
I mean, so Will Campbell's there.
No.
Right? If you want to put him at one of the guard spots.
Please. No. I kid you not.
Would that interest you?
Yo, EJ was uncomfortable as hell in this video because Brett Coleman just controlled this whole video. And EJ was not having it. He just let Brett Coleman do whatever he wanted.
You know,
so
I'm hanging the Giants pick on you because you said trade back.
But like,
he is not with it.
If we're trading back, we're getting capital and Will Campbell.
I feel better about it.
He said, feeling better about it. Yeah, that's the face of feeling better about it.
For sure.
Will Campbell
Yo.
with the Giants at 8, and
no.
now you guys are up with the Saints at number 9.
Bro, that's what would piss me off. That's what would piss me off. That would boil my blood. Do you understand me? That would boil my blood if we get Will Campbell. Oh my God. That's what would make me mad. I really don't think the Giants can go wrong. If the Giants get any of the top 4 prospects at 3, you know, they get, you know, Cam is out of the conversation, but Cam is still number 1 on my big board. You know, doesn't matter if he's like the locked Tennessee Titan right now. Cam, I had Abdul. I don't know if I'm gonna switch that to Travis. I had Abdul. I don't know. I'm convincing myself to switch it to Travis, but it's interchangeable. Travis or Abdul at 2 or 3, and then Shedeur at 4. If the Giants get any of those guys at 3, any of these 4 guys at 3, I'm chilling. I'm good with it. I'm fine. You go. I think we win no matter what. We're winning no matter what. I'll take it. Right at this point, you give me Will Campbell. I promise you, YouTube's gonna have to take me down. I promise you, YouTube's gonna have to take down this live stream. I am gonna be TOS this whole stream. they draft Armand Membu or Will Campbell, I'm tearing this bitch up. You understand me? That hole I have in my wall, where is it at? It's here somewhere. Oh, right here. That hole I have in my wall is going to be this whole damn wall. Promise you. Promise you. Promise you. Do a mock draft for the one time? All right. Yeah, before we get out of here, guys, let's do a mock draft, man. Yo, by the way, guys, you guys have been amazing here today. We've had over 100 people in this stream between YouTube and Twitter. The majority of the stream. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, I want to show you guys the draft hat if you guys haven't got it for yourselves yet. If you guys haven't seen my new video. These are the NFL cooked with this shit, bro. The NFL cooked with this shit, bro. Do you see this? They've been on a cold streak for a while. Let's not lie to ourselves, especially for the Giants hats. They haven't been very great. Oh my God. Look at this, man. Why is it some dust going on over there? What is that? What is that? Huh. Yo, look. Oh my God. Look at this, man. It's so beautiful. And it has the subway right there. It doesn't say exactly what it is, which subway it was. It would be nice if they put like a certain subway or anything that represents something. But it's a beauty. Oh my God, it's gorgeous, man. It is gorgeous. They have a lot of different versions of it. They also have one without the pin. If you guys want to like pay, they have like a cheaper one where it's like the hat but without the pin. I think it's a couple dollars cheaper. And then they have a white version where it's instead of the black hat, it's white, but it still has the blue brim, gray under the brim. But I gotta find a better way to hang that up. I don't have any more thumbtacks. I can't find them, so I was gonna put one right there and then stick it here or something like that, so I could have it next to my white dad cap. But yo, that thing is fire, bro. Beautiful. I'm gonna wear that on game. I'm definitely wearing that for the draft. And look, we got our resident Eagles fan over here. Bobby Murphy in the building. Shout out to Bobby. He's always showing support in here. Fire Shane. Yeah, listen, man. Listen. You would want us to keep Shane at this point, okay? You would want us to keep Shane over here. Oh man. All right, guys, let's do a mock draft. Before we end this stream. If you guys haven't already, and you guys have been enjoying your stay over here, the Kid Blue RB27 channel, and you guys are watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button for me, my friends, because helps the algorithm a lot, of course. Helps me stay on the algorithm. It does a lot for me, guys. And if you guys are on X right now, hit me up on YouTube. Give the video a like. If you guys are enjoying the content. All right, let's do a mock draft, man. Let's do a mock draft, man. Yo, I got pizza waiting for me downstairs, bro. Ooh. I got a whole pie of pizza waiting for me downstairs. I'm going to tear that shit. Oh. God. What am I doing? I just lost my train of thought. All right, there we go. Mock draft simulator? Simulator, where are you at? Do I have another tab? I have another tab? Hold on. Mock draft sim. All right. There we go. Nah, I use PFF. I pay for PFF, so I'm gonna get my money's worth. You feel me? I pay for PFF, so I'm gonna get my money's worth. Yo! My dog's barking at something random. Oh my god, I forgot the sliders that I used. Draft for need. I'm gonna put that more. Randomness. I'm gonna put less. because yo, you put just a hint of randomness, and you're seeing like a 3rd round prospect getting drafted in the 1st round. Like position of value, let's put that up. Public board. I'm gonna use public because the PFF board is just Trevor Sycamus. I'd rather just use the public because, you know, they kind of do the same mock drafts that we do. You know, whatever. All right, guys. We're just going to do a normal mock draft, okay? We're not going to do a, this would be your best mock. Book it. We're not going to do a trade mock draft, okay? We're going to, we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm going to put it slow for right now. And let's see the options that we have. All right? Let's do that. All right, let's start our mock draft. Let's see who's taken. All right, they can go a little faster than that. Oh, shit! All right. Shadur. Oh, you guys hear that? I'm getting old, brother. Oh, that hurt. All right, Shadur going number 2. A lot of people really think that this is gonna happen. I didn't even look at the Cleveland Browns, our lads. I didn't even look at that. And you know, I didn't even look at their roster. They really don't have anyone on their roster. It really makes a lot of sense if they go Shadur at 2. It makes a lot of sense. That could happen. And if that happens, I think they go Travis here. They spent so much time with Colorado. And I haven't seen them do much with Abdul Carter. I think of course they're gonna give Abdul Carter a visit. I think Abdul Carter is only visiting with 4 teams. Abdul Carter is only visiting with 4 teams, and the Giants are one of them, which they're gonna do a due diligence, of course. And I think they do like him, but they just been around Colorado so much that it's probably gonna be so hard not to fall in love with Travis Hunter if they're not already. So no trade scenario, because the only person I would be trading for is Shadur. So no brainer BPA, absolutely. Facts on the golden take. Yo, J-Zack, what's up? J-Zack, I think you're J-Zack is commenting, but I think he's far back in the live stream. He's not listening live. I feel bad for him because he's not gonna get a response until he figures out that he's not live. Because I remember talking about Golden and all that and Tet and stuff like that. Oh, let me make the pick. No, you guys are gonna be making the pick. Well, I am Joe Shane. I am Joe Shane. You guys are my scouts. All right. At the end of the day, I make the final decision. You understand me? All right. There we go. Oh, shout out to you guys, letting him know. Shout out to you guys. Trisha, what's going on? All right, guys. Oh, look at the prospects that we have right now. How you doing? What's up, Jay's like, yeah, I saw you in the chat. I'm like, I remember talking about Golden. I remember talking about Tet. And I was like, what's up, J-Zack? And I'm like, oh damn, I think he's behind. Yo, guys, we got some dogs available for us, man. Yo, a part of me wishes that we still needed cornerback. Like, of course, I love Paulson Adebo. Don't get me wrong, but a part of me wishes that we needed cornerback in the 2nd round. I would pull the trigger on Maxwell Hairston. He's a perfect scheme fit. Off zone coverage corner. Breaks to the ball extremely quickly. You know, extreme dog. Plays on the outside. Oh, Maxwell Hairston is a match made in heaven for the Giants. Just, you know. Question, is Walter Nolan taken? I think so. If he got taken to the Rams. Ooh, I think I mastered. This is not a bad mock. Matthew, yo, I think I mastered the sliders. Yo, this is a really, yo, this is a better mock draft than CBS or most draft analysts. Yo, I never get this freaking thing to work out right. Yo, that's a pretty good mock draft. That's not bad at all. I think we found our sliders. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm gonna go back in the draft and screenshot that. That's not bad. That's pretty good. So this is like, it's a really good, chance that these guys are gonna be available. What are you guys thinking? I love Derek Harmon. Oh my God, that is a problem, man. That is a problem. I love Darius Alexander, but Derek Harmon is on the board. Would Derek Harmon be available? I mean, hey, that's a good mock draft. That's not a terrible mock. This is a really solid mock draft. Derek Harmon could be available. Gotta take Harmon, right, guys? Gotta take Harmon. Oh, I love Harmon. Finesse, he's not much of a power guy, right? But like I said, like he's not asked to be your number one. He's not going to be asked to be your number one defensive tackle. You understand? You already got Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence is your power. You can have some finesse with Derek Harmon. For those of you guys who are not familiar with him, let's look at the pros and cons. Good arm length from the interior, quick step. He's very finesse, very quick off the snap. Works with his hands pretty well. Able to get in the backfield fucking quick. Able to get in the backfield. They're running zone. Same thing with Darius Alexander a bit, but he's faster. He's better at it. They're running zone running. He's already, as soon as the ball snaps, he's already disrupting the flow. Getting into the backfield. I love Derek Harmon. He's had some problems with Ashton Jeanty. Then again, a lot of people have problems with Ashton Jeanty. A lot of people use that Ashton Jeanty film with him versus Boise, and they kind of knock him for that because he's not the greatest tackler, right? He's not the greatest tackler as a defensive tackle, but it's Ashton Jeanty, bro. Ashton Jeanty had 151 broken tackles this year, or more than that, or something like that. It was insane. But we're going Harmon. Who did we got Travis in the first. It went Cam Ward Shadur. And then we got Travis with the third round. Third overall. All right, 65. Let's look at who was taken. Quinshon and Trey Henderson taken back to back. Cam Scatterbo taken before them. Jack Sawyer, Restrepo going in the second. Again, not a bad one. Oh, there goes Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart goes to 42. Dart goes to 42. What are you guys thinking? You guys thinking Jalen Milroe here? Bro, I'm begging it goes Cam Ward, Sanders too. I know, right? That way we got the choice of the flock. Absolutely. I mean, I would love if the Titans take Abdul, the Browns take, they would take Cam, bro. They would take Cam. I would trade with the Browns. Bro, please give us Cam, bro. Please. I'll be your friend forever. Yeah, a lot of people. Cody says Elijah Arroyo. Oh my God, don't get me started, Cody. You're gonna make me mad. I'm not touching tight end in this draft. Not that I don't like tight ends in this draft. It's I'm tired of giving picks to tight ends in every draft that we have. Tyleek. Yeah. What are you guys thinking, Milroe? I can go Milroe here. I made my peace with the fact that Cam is not going. Yeah, I know. I made my peace with it. Best quarterback available. I'm just saying who I like. No, Cody, it's okay. I'm not disregarding you. I'm just saying it triggered me a little bit. It's just twitched a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go Jalen Milroe. I'm opening up to it. I really am. I'm opening up to Jalen Milroe. Yo, Jalen Milroe is the 99th ranked. Do you guys think we could? Do you guys think? Let's see. Let me look at other positions. Cody, you're the man. How can I be the man when you're the man? What round? It's the third round. First pick in the third round. See, this thing goes by like, we could finagle the system real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because this thing goes by position ranks, and he's ranked 99. We have the 99th pick of the draft. He may not get taken for a while. We can get away with trading up from that 99th pick. Let's just see where we're at. Let's just see what we've got. Right? We've got Derek Harmon, we've got Travis Hunter, right? So we basically got 3 positions there, you know. Definitely corner, defensive interior. So you got Dylan Sampson, the best running back on the board, according to him, according to the PFF. Trey Harris is here. Jared Wilson is here. But none of these guys I'm really like, yo, I got to take this guy now before I risk losing Jalen Milroe. Because I'm sorry, Jalen Milroe is like probably like the only guy. I'm not fucking messing around with Will Howard or like, I'm not messing around with Riley Leonard. Dear God Almighty. If the Giants take Riley Leonard at any point in this draft, dear God Almighty, what I'll do to this room. What I will do to this room. I feel like they would be stupid enough to do it, too. But I'm not messing around with any quarter. Kyle McCord I like a lot. I like Kyle McCord. It's just that, like, bro, he's like a 5th round guy. Like, what do you really expect him to do? You know? He at best, he's going to be like a good backup. Like, freaking Taylor Heineke or something like that. You know, where he starts occasionally and everybody thinks he's the guy and he's just not. You know? Yeah, I don't think we risk it, guys. I don't think there's anybody here that I'm just going to say, like, yo, I got to take this guy. Like, I love RJ Harvey, but he's probably could be there at 99. We're going Milroe. Sampson comes off the board. RJ Harvey came off the board. Devin Neal. I love Devin Neal. My problem is he's just too much of what we have already. 5'11", 215. It's just like, is Devin Neal really going to provide more than what we have already? Damian Martinez, though. Damian Martinez is here, guys. I could use a little bit of a power back. 6 foot 232. He's exactly what I'm looking for as a running back. He's exactly what I'm looking for. Anthony Belton. I haven't done any film on Belton, to be honest with you. I haven't done much film on him. Someone I did watch on film, though, however, is... He's gone already. Emory Jones. Yo, here's the thing. If we go tackle, guys, I would go Emory Jones. Now, he's ranked 186. Guys, he is not 186. I don't know what Trevor Sikkema is smoking. Trevor Sikkema is, like, one of my favorite draft experts, but like eventually you're gonna come across one of his picks and it's like, what the fuck? Like, these draft grades aren't great, right? They're not great, but he's good. 6'6", 315. You know? Heavy feet at tackle. He can fit right in at guard. He's a tackle guard sort of. You know, let me see. He's a tackle guard guy. He played right tackle in college. But he's projected to be a guard at the next level. You know, he's a guy that I wouldn't mind being like a swing replacement, you know, guy. Look at linebacker. Well, you want to replace my glorious king? What are you trying to do to me? You trying to replace my glorious king, Micah McFadden? Everybody and their mama has, like, Barrett Carter coming to the Giants. I haven't watched them yet. I haven't watched any of these linebackers, guys. I'll be honest with you. I haven't touched linebacker in my draft process yet. Edge. Is Femi Oladejo here? Ooh, Femi's here. I think we could catch Femi at 105. I think we could catch, if we want to get Femi, we can catch him at 105. I think we go Martinez here, guys. I think we secure Martinez here. He's got the linebacker. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that because I think the Giants could get a depth guy. I'm gonna start, you know, getting like scouting like day 3 linebackers and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go Martinez here. Oh, Belton was the next pick. And then Devin Neal. Yeah, I don't think we would have gotten Martinez afterwards. Maybe we would have. We go somewhere else, and then they go Devin Neal. Then we gotta. Either way, nobody really came off the board that we were considering. So, Emory Jones is a guy that a lot of people love, and I love him too. And I think this is the range that he goes. But if you guys want to go somewhere else, let me hear your takes. Take Bond. Isaiah Bond is here. I want to try to keep this as realistic as possible. Do you guys think Isaiah Bond would fall to the 4th though? Maybe, you know what? Maybe he will. Maybe he will because he had an underwhelming 40 time. Maybe he will. Contested catch rate, not great. Man versus man coverage, 5'11", 180. Here's my problem with the speedier wide receivers. Is he a good route runner, guys? I haven't watched them. Oh, I just heard something about route running. As a route runner, he does lack nuance beyond vertical stems. I have an issue. I just. Yeah, I get it. I know a lot of people like Bond. A lot of people like Bond. My thing is that Brian Dable's scheme is not a vertical scheme, you know? And I think we're learning that the hard way with Jalen Hyatt is that you need to be nuanced in your route running. You have to have nuance to survive in Brian Dable's scheme as a route runner. That's why Wan'Dale Robinson really worked on his route running. Darius Slayton's a phenomenal route runner, and Malik Neighbors is Malik Neighbors. But a lot of in-breaking routes, a lot of routes that require timing, a lot of routes that intersect with each other. You know, that's what Brian Dable likes to do. It's a lot of commotion on in the middle of the field. The reason why Jalen Hyatt hasn't worked out is because he doesn't have a nuanced route tree, and he just runs vertical stems. He just runs vertical routes, comebacks, deep posts, out and ups from the slot. You know, I just fear if we get a guy like Bond, it's just going to be the same thing. You know, just a speedy guy. Like we already have that with Jalen Hyatt. You feel me? I like Femi Oladejo, guys. I like Femi here. What do you guys think? Holy yap. Yo, Jaden, shut the fuck up. Shut up, Jaden. Best O-line, D-line available. Build of the trenches. All right, let's see what we got here. We didn't get OT yet. Jalen Rivers, I know a lot of people know about him. Haven't scouted him yet. I've scouted Logan Brown. I do like Logan Brown, but it's too early for him. Emory Jones, I think, is going to go in the 3rd or 4th round, so I like him. Let's look at interior guys. Seth McLaughlin. I don't know about these guys. I want to stay away from North Carolina offensive linemen, to be honest. Centers. Let's look for a JMS replacement. Oh, wait. Oh, that's all added onto there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Miles Frazier, a lot of people like it. We can get him all later. Now, we already got I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt to look at defensive interior again, and if you want to double dip it, right? It doesn't hurt. Hello? Yeah. There's Peebles is available. Take the edge, Femi. Yeah, I'm thinking Femi. Here. I would love if Peebles fell. He's probably not going to fall. He's 115. Our next pick is 154. Jake Majors, I like. Why is bro mentioning height in 2025? Yo. All right, we're gonna go Femi here. I love Femi. He's an off-ball line for those of you guys that don't know him as well. He's an off-ball linebacker. He played off-ball linebacker his entire career. He switched over due to like injuries, and they just needed him there. He switched to edge rusher, and that man absolutely went off. That's why you only see him having 1 sack in both of his prior years, because he was an off-ball linebacker. All right. You can see his snap counts here. See? Off ball, 493. Off ball, 2023. Very limited snaps as an edge rusher. outside the tackle. He switched to outside tackle, and he doesn't have all those pass rush moves yet, but like similar enough to like Abdul Carter. I am not comparing them at all. Don't get me wrong. Similar enough to that. He has this natural ability to get off the line, burst off the line extremely quick. He has good hand usage. He just doesn't know how to put it all together yet. But the speed, the bend, and on top of that, as an off-ball tackler, his tackling is excellent. He's an excellent tackler. He wraps up. He gets straight to the ground. He doesn't do the whipping around and slipping off of tackles, diving for guys that, he's going after ankles and stuff like that. Femi Oladejo is a guy that you get him into a room. You get him into an outside linebacker room that know what they're doing, and you're going to get a guy here, bro. You're going to get a guy here. So I seen a mock draft where they put him at the end of the first round. That's how much people like him. And this is where I think he's going to go. So Walker's a good pick too. Walker's a solid guy too. Deion Walker's is a good pick too. We can flirt with double dipping if you guys want. We can flirt with double dipping at any of these positions. Not for last year. Need to build up depth. Absolutely. We got our running back already. If we didn't get Damian Martinez, which I think is fantastic, we would definitely go Kal-El Mullings. By the way, what an awesome name to name your son, Kal-El. What an awesome name to name your son. That is dope. When I first heard about it, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Awesome name. But he's usually who I go after if Damian Martinez isn't available to me. But we already got Martinez, so I'm good. But he's another guy to watch for, guys, in these later rounds. The Giants definitely need a power back. 6'2", 233. This guy's freaking monstrous. He's going to get those tough yardage for us. We don't have to force Tyrone Tracy to get a tough 3rd and 1 for us. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I'm staying quiet. Why? What happened? What do you mean you're staying quiet? What happened? Quincy Riley. And we still have Seth McLaughlin there. I don't know too much about him, but if you guys know about him, let me know. Tackle. Emory Jones is still there. Wow. This is a little bit, man. But would Emory Jones fall this far in like real drafts, bro? Would he fall this far? The draft board. Take a look at wide receiver. Kyle Williams. Is that the small dude? Yeah, he's smaller. Isaac Tesla. It's like, where did Kobe Hudson go? Yeah, Kobe Hudson just left. Kobe Hudson is a scheme fit for the Giants. We need route run. If we're going to get wide receiver, guys. Breaking news made you look. If we're going to get wide receiver, guys, he's got to be a scheme fit. Like, no more, like, even the bigger possession receivers, like, are 6'4", 230, or something like that can't run anything but, like, curl routes, like a athletic tight end or something like that. We don't need guys like that. And we also don't need speedsters on the outside either. We don't need these guys. We need guys that can run some routes, especially on the outside. We need some route runners on the outside, like depth, or maybe a depth slot guy. Maybe a depth slot guy, but he's got to run routes. He's got to be a route runner. The Giants brought in a wide receiver from Virginia Tech. This guy, Jalen Lane, 5'10", 196. Let me look at him from Bro Schmo's thing. I've heard a lot about him. And Virginia Tech is known for freaking speed. Virginia Tech right here. And look at where is he? He listed as a slot? Yeah, he's listed as a slot. 5'10". All right. He's 5'10", 191. He's listed as a slot. Super quick, yak ability, return experience, slot only, inconsistent hands, limited route tree. For the most part, he was a screen, slant, and go type of guy. I mean, that's not terrible. From the slot, it's not really that complicated. As long as he can move really well, he's extremely explosive is what I'm looking at. Super quick, off the line. Gets to top end speed quickly, has a good yak ability. Billy Bowman. Yeah, Billy Bowman is Bobby's guy. I haven't looked into him. I know Bobby likes Billy Bowman. I'm actually kind of flirting with this Jalen Lane pick. Especially, you know, it kind of makes sense that the Giants looking at him. They're interested in your route. Let me look at all these other guys. Who do we have right now? Right? Femi, Daniel Martinez, Jalen Milroe, Derek Harmon, Travis Hunter. I really want a guy like Emory Jones, though. Can we... For me, it's between Emory and Jalen Lane. They're both going to be off the board by the time I pick. Let me look at everything else. I'm not interested in adding another safety, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, I don't know jack shit about about linebackers in this draft. Yeah. Take Lane? Yeah. I'm gonna take Lane. Wait, you got Travis Hunter too, though. All right, we're taking Jalen Lane. I want to get a guy like Emory Jones, but it makes sense. Who else do the Giants have in the slot? You know, we don't have anything in the slot. Holy shit, we got Wan'Dale Robinson. Lil Jordan Humphrey is not a slot guy, is he? Isn't he like 6'4"? He's 6'4". Why are they listing him as a slot? Did he play the slot? Ooh, I just exited out the hour, lads. I'm stupid. Yeah, we're gonna get Jalen Lane. That makes a lot of sense, actually. This draft is lit, you know. It's what I do. It's what I do. It's what I do. They got Zach Pascal's an outside guy, if I'm not mistaken. Brady Cook. Oh my god, this guy's terrible. Brady Cook is terrible. No. Xavier Truss is the guy that I would get, though. Xavier Truss I would get like the last pick that we have. 246. I get Xavier Truss. That's probably going to be like that's going to be my stamp. Right there. Xavier Truss. Because he's a guy that you're going to bring in and he can play. He's played tackle, but he's a guard at the next level. He's played guard a couple snaps. He's played all over the line. He's a guy you can develop to be a good backup. He's a run blocker. A run blocker. Not a great pass protector, but a great run blocker. 6'7". 6'7". 6'7", 320. Big guy. I'm keeping him for the last pick. We're gonna draft Xavier Truss with the last pick. But let's see who else we can get. Damn, man. Why did I not know about these guys in the later rounds? Jesus. Need a top DE and cornerback. Shout out Pops. Kicker time. Yo, when Bobby took a kicker, I was like, yo, that makes so much sense. When Bobby took a kicker in his mock draft, that made so much. He took this guy. But the thing is, I never pay attention to special teamers. It makes so much sense, though. You don't have to keep Graham Gano and go through this freaking carousel that you have with who's gonna be your kicker. Yo, you know what? I'm taking Bobby's thunder. I'm going kicker. I'm getting Ryan Fitzgerald. Apparently he's the best kicker in this draft. Or one of the best kickers in this draft. Montel Johnson is another guy I was targeting too, late round running back. And then to end it out, guys, we're going Xavier Truss. All right. That is our live stream mock draft, guys. I'm going to download this because I'm going to post that to the Twitters. We got an F for the Jalen Lane pick. It's not an F, but it always goes by the boards. It always looks at the boards. And then, of course, like scheme fit and stuff like that or whatever. Not scheme fit, but like positional value or whatever. But a thing of beauty. I appreciate that guy. Hey. We just cooked. Somebody cooked here. A thing of beauty. Let's go, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys hit that like button. But we had a lot of fun here tonight, guys. I appreciate everybody popping in here. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm beat. I'm gonna go eat some pizza, chill with my dog, and then knock out. I got a busy day at work tomorrow. But thank you guys so much. For popping in here. Go ahead and leave your final comments before I go. I always wanna send off a good goodbye with you guys in the chat. It's great, King. Yeah, of course, Mike. Love you, brother. God bless you, food. Yes, sir. All right, Cody. No problem, man. Stay blessed. Of course, man. Of course. You guys are the reason why I do it, man. The community we're building over here, we're having a lot of fun. I can't wait till the draft. And I know I'm going to see you guys here. Can't wait till the draft. Let me put it back on my full screen. Final comment, go. Yes. Go Giants and much love, Big Blue Wrecking Crew. We're going to get there, guys. We're going to get back. To the pride that we once were. The prideful team we once were, the New York Giants. That Giants pride is going to come back. We don't know when, but it's going to come back. You know? Think about the guys in the 70s. The guys from the 70s, the fans from the 70s thought they were never going to get out of this rut. And then what happened? Then when the 80s happened, Lawrence Taylor happened, Carl Banks happened. You know what I'm saying? The greats. 2 Super Bowls later. You know what I'm saying? 4 Super Bowls later. Much later. But we're in the 70s right now, guys. We're in the 70s. We'll get to the 80s soon. Our time is coming. All I know is that history does repeat itself. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for popping in. You guys are amazing. Had a lot of fun on this live. We did a lot of fun activities today. And we'll be back very, very soon. Peace out.